All right. I think we're good to go ahead and start here. Hello, everybody. Welcome on into the stream. I'm not Professor, but you can call me Nap. And welcome on in. This is a little bit of a different time or not time, same time but different day. Because normally we're doing this on Wednesdays, but we're doing it instead on a Thursday. And actually, this works out really great because turns out I actually don't have to go to work tomorrow. So I can actually, we don't have to rush through this one like we kind of did last time. But yeah, so the reason why we're doing this today, though, is because I did have a holiday party to go to on Wednesday, which was really fun. I'm glad I went. Got to hang out with people and get some great food and all that fun stuff. Started to feel like the holidays, as you can see by everything around me. If you couldn't tell, this is a themed Christmas holiday stream, and you can probably also tell that because of what we're going to be doing today and what we've been doing the past few streams. Today we're moving on forward in time. Time marches on, as they say. We are going to be looking at another Christmas catalog. This one we're doing the 1970s, and this one specifically is going to be from 1977. The last one we did on Sunday was from 1966, and the one before that was from 1952. So I'm curious. I will say, I did look just briefly at like the first page of this Christmas catalog, and I'm excited because in 1977 we're starting to get into the age of video games. And the first thing, and it's I only know this because I had to use this for the stream announcement that I posted on Twitter and Blue Sky. The first page of this thing is going to be an Atari ad, which is just crazy. But yeah, it's like the last one. It is a lot of pages, though. The last one, I think, was about this much. This one is 629 pages, and we did kind of have to rush the last bit of it, because it was kind of getting near the end. It was Sunday we were doing that, so it kind of got near the end of it. When we got near the end of it, I had to like rush the last like 100 pages because it was getting late. But we shouldn't have to do that today because I don't have to work tomorrow, so we can stay up a little bit later tonight and see what this thing has to offer. Trying to think if there's any other updates. The only thing is that I think I said this on Sunday that I would do another stream this weekend, either on Friday or Saturday. I'm not 100% sure if that's going to happen. I've had some stuff come up that might be busy this weekend. It really just depends. So I'm not sure, because if we did do that, it would be we'd be playing some 2 Point Museum. So I don't know if we're going to do a 2 Point Museum stream this week. It really just depends on how things go tomorrow. So there might be another stream this weekend, there might not be, but there will definitely be one on Sunday at our normal time. But I don't have any other information, or I have no idea whether or not the 2 Point Museum one is going to happen. I think one other thing I'll share real quick, just because I do know this is going to happen. I will, because it is going to be the holidays coming up, end of December, beginning of January, there won't be any streams. Let's see. Yeah, the last stream this month will be the 21st. And then the next stream won't be until January 7th. So about 2.5 weeks, there won't be any streams because I'm going to be going home for the holidays. doing all the classic holiday stuff, but I will be active a little bit, not a ton, but a little bit on like Twitter and stuff. So if you want to see what I'm doing, you can check it out there. Let's see what else. Oh, also speaking of Christmas, I did actually. Hold on, let me send this to myself. I'm gonna send it to myself so that way. I should have done this before stream, but I forgot. I do. So I did. This is my first Christmas in my current apartment that I have. And for me, I always, whenever I have like, you know, my own space, I always have to have a live Christmas tree. For me, that's like my one Christmas thing that, like, you know, I always have to do. You know, I know that some people, you know, fake trees are kind of more popular nowadays, if anything. I am very much a supporter of real trees. We've always had a real tree growing up. Hey, Pirate, good to see ya. I know it's Thursday night. Hey, I'm not. I mean, yeah, I'm a slightly older, but no, I told. If anything, you know, I told you, Pirate, that there was going to be a stream on Thursday and not Wednesday. I told you on Sunday, so maybe you're the one who's being forgetful. but good to see you either way. Let me just download these real quick. But I did. I was just saying how, like, for me, in my apartment, it's my first Christmas in this apartment that I'm currently in, and I got my first. It's a little tiny miniature Christmas tree, because for me, Christmas, it's not Christmas unless I have to have a real Christmas tree, because I grew up always having real Christmas trees, and to me, like, if it's not a real tree, it's not Christmas. So hold on, I'm gonna show you. It's just a tiny little tree, but I wanted to share real quick. Oh, there it is. It's really big. This is my little Christmas tree that I got this year, with some of my own ornaments that I've kind of given myself over the years. We got, you know, some video game ones there. We got some traveling and history related ones on here. Let's see, and other things that I like. There's Critical Role, video games. There's a backpacking Sandy at the top. There's a traveling globe. The leg lamp from Christmas Story, which is my favorite Christmas movie. We got Benjamin Franklin hanging there. And of course, right smack dab in the middle, we got a grilled cheese. Because that's one of my favorite foods, growing up especially. Like, every time I went to a restaurant, like when I was a kid, that was the only thing I would get. But what I also do like about this tree is that when it's lit, hold on, I have another photo for that. Is that when it's lit, this is what it looks like. Oh god, it's big. It creates a nice little effect, like a little like reflection off the wall and everything that I really like. It's been really nice to, like, you know, because this is right by my TV, to just like have the lights off and just the Christmas tree on and like watching something or playing video games or something like that. You know, just to create just a nice a little bit of Christmas atmosphere. Because I don't have any other Christmas decorations. I just have the tree, and I wanted to have, you know. Also, I didn't want to spend a lot of money on a big Christmas tree because, I will be leaving. You know, I'm gonna be gone for like 2.5 weeks, or just over 2 weeks, to go home for Christmas and everything, and I didn't want to spend all the money and time like setting up a big Christmas tree and only enjoy it for like 2.5 weeks and then have to take it all down. So yeah, so this is my Christmas spirit that I have in my house right now, and and it makes my house smell nice. Got a nice pine smell because of this, actual pine. But yeah, I love real Christmas trees. That's like my one thing that, like, if I ever live with somebody else, like, we can have one fake tree and one real tree, because it's like that's like my one Christmas. That's my one Christmas like tradition thing that I can't get rid of. It's like I have to have a real tree because otherwise it's not Christmas to me. The smell is what I miss. Yeah, I mean, it's a great smell. It doesn't last forever, but but yeah, I love real trees. But now that we've kind of talked about that, a little bit about this Christmas and everything. We used to grow our own and replant them on the farm back home. Oh, that's awesome. Wait, so you would would you put it, so when you would dig it up, would you like put it in like a pot with like soil and everything and then plant it? Because I'm assuming you didn't, if you replanted it, you didn't cut it down. Because that's what we mostly do, here in the US, is that with real trees. Yeah, I kept it alive. That's awesome. That's really cool that you were able to do that. Our Christmas tree, because like, okay, I could be wrong here, but I know the UK doesn't have that many like forests, really. Do you guys have like Christmas tree lots like we do in the US, where it's like a parking lot and they put up, like they have all the trees were cut down and like put on like like propped up, so that you can buy them? Is that a thing really in the UK, or I don't know if that's just an American thing? Because I feel like, because I've been in London around Christmas time. I went to the, what is it? I went to the giant Christmas. It's not even, I don't even know if I would call it a Christmas market. It was more like a Christmas like fair. The one in London, in St. James, I think. It's like a giant, like, it's almost like, it reminded me of like the equivalent of like a county or state fair in the US, but it was all Christmas in London. Oh, okay, so you do have them there, and in Ireland, usually outside the main city, though. Okay, yeah, so it is, okay. I didn't know if, that was more of a thing, an American thing, but I guess it makes sense that would be in Europe. But yeah, that is the one thing. When I did a few years ago, I did a like big backpacking tour around Europe, and I got to be in Europe kind of like at the beginning of like end of November, beginning of December, and God, the Christmas markets. I went to Christmas markets in Vienna, in like southern Germany, Prague, London, Edinburgh, and Dublin. Yeah, Dublin. And they were all great. There's just something about European Christmas markets that just put me more in the holiday spirit than like anything in America. They're just so charming and so nice, especially when they're like in like the one in London, like I said, it felt more like a fair, like a county or state fair than a Christmas market. But the ones I went to, like in Germany, they just felt so nice and quaint, especially when they were like in kind of like we were in like kind of smaller villages. It was so nice. I miss it so much. Like I would drinking, like mulled wine, yeah, the German ones are amazing. They're so nice. The food's great. The atmosphere is great. Just all really awesome. They know how to throw a good Christmas market. And something that they do here in America, I don't know how many places they do it. I know they do it in Northern California. There's one in Northern California, and I think there are other ones. It's I don't know if they do like similar things. The one I know of was called the Dickens Fair, which it's basically a Renaissance festival, but it's like Christmas Carol, like Victorian, like Christmas. Like if a Renaissance fair was Victorian Christmas and like Charles Dickens like style, and it's like people dress up in like Victorian outfits and like they have like stalls that are like Victorian themed and like some people pretend that they're talking like it's Victorian, and again this is all done in America, so who knows how actually accurate it is. Because I can imagine, like, Pirate, if you went to one, you would probably just like cringe at it because it's probably not like, especially people doing the fake accents. But they're really fun. Again, like they said, they put me more in the Christmas spirit than like anything else. Really like any like American traditions, like Christmas traditions that we have. They have markets over here in the UK and Ireland now called German Christmas markets. That's crazy. That's crazy that it's literally the Germans have the like monopoly on like Christmas markets. That's funny. All right. I think with that though, hey, Onion Helmet, thank you so much for the 10 stream streak. That's awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Hanging out, and like I said, whether I've said this before, whether you're here and you're chatting, whether or not, or you're just lurking, thank you guys so much for being here. Greatly appreciate it. But let's see. I think we're good. We're good to go ahead and start looking at this Christmas catalog. So we've moved on. Like I said at the beginning, we're now in the 1970s, and we're going to 1977. That's the year Star Wars came out. So I'm curious if we're going to see any Star Wars stuff in this catalog. All right. So let's go ahead and let's go to our blackboard. All right. So here we are. We're now, because the last one we did, the last stream was 1966. 1966. So this one's 1977. So we're going 11 years in the future. And I did say this at the beginning of stream that I did peek into this one just a little bit because I needed to get like a thumbnail image for my post on Twitter. So I know that the first page of this one is Atari 2600, which is awesome. So now, going forward, we're going to be having video game stuff in these catalogs, which I think is really cool. But, I mean, look at this. Look at that thing. Introducing Video Arcade Cartridge System. This is just the beginning of a special 18-page section of games the whole family can enjoy. From the newest ideas in video games to all-time classics like Monopoly and Backgammon. Wow, yeah, this new cartridge system has more game options and plays better, more entertaining games than we have ever seen. Wow, and look, they got the classic joysticks. Oh, 2 joysticks and 2 paddle controls. I'm not familiar with the paddle controls. Wait a second, this isn't an Atari. Is it an Atari? Hold on. That says Telegames on it. I thought that was an Atari. Is this not an Atari? It looks exactly like an Atari. Telegames. Yeah, wait, this isn't an Atari. I thought it was an Atari. Is that just what it was called before? Because that's an Atari controller. There's no denying that. That is... Hold on. Hold on. I need to do some Googling real quick. What is this thing? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Telegames. No, this isn't... This isn't right. Hold on. Telegames Atari? Okay, hold on. This one has... Okay, when in doubt, I'm sure... Okay, I'm looking at a Reddit post, and that means it's absolutely going to be the correct answer. Yeah, and it says specifically, I saw... Okay, this is what the Reddit post says. They're asking a question. I saw a Sears video game cartridge at a retro gaming store a while back, and I've never heard it for such a console. For Telecon video game, yeah. Okay, according to this... Okay, Sears purchased the rights to rebrand them in their stores for sale. You have to remember back then, consoles were more akin to appliances in terms of the industry, and Sears has a long history of doing this very thing. Most Kenmore brand products are manufactured by someone else. Great example is a Kenmore washer dryer. Most of the time, they're actually just rebranded from GE or other manufacturers. Okay, so it is an Atari, but because it's in a Sears catalog, they put their own Sears brand on it. Huh. I wonder if they did this with other ones or if it was just with Atari. That's crazy though. I had no idea that they did this. Okay, so it is an Atari 2600. I felt like I was crazy. I was like, if that's not an Atari, they should have sued because like that's an Atari. That's an Atari controller. Like there's no way. Oh, wow. So I don't have an Atari 2600, but I have a like one of those like plug and play like consoles where like it looks like it's like a from like the early to or mid 2000s where it's like a plastic mini Atari 2600, but it has like 20 games like installed on it. So I actually have played some Atari 2600 games. Um, and while they're still fun, like this era, I feel like this era of like games like is not nearly as like popular compared to the next generation with like NES and like Super Nintendo and Sega. Cause like these cartridges like sell for like nothing. Because they're a lot simpler, than they are compared to like, the next generation. And I feel like there's not as much nostalgia for these ones compared to like NES and like, Sega. Okay, and so one other thing I have to pull up real quick, I should have done this beforehand, is our good old inflation calculator, because this thing, the console, was $178.95 in 1977. So let's see what that is today. So I'll just do $179. Holy crap. I think Pong has a higher price than Atari consoles. Okay. I mean, we might see some Pong stuff in here too. Because this is 1977. The Atari 2600, I think, is still kind of new at this point. But, oh my god, okay. So this console, according to inflation, $179 in today's money is $944. This thing is almost $900,000 in today's money. God, and people thought, people thought the Switch 2 was too expensive. $900. That is insane. Oh God, people would absolutely riot if a console was anything close to that much money. Oof. In like today's, money. Because did it come with games? Does it say anything about that? Okay, it says, let you choose from 27 exciting video games with the Target Fun cartridge included with this system. Okay, so Target Fun, which is this game, which is like, it looks like you just control like, it looks like you can like shoot. It's like, yeah, it's just a shooting game, it looks like. So this is included. So you get one game, and 2 controllers. Or 4 controllers, technically. You technically get 4 controllers, because you get 2 of these controllers and 2 of the paddle, what they call the paddle controllers. Let's you choose from novice or expert skill option for each player, so the games become more challenging as your skill increases. Yeah, I guess that's what all the switches are. Some of these switches are on here. But God, yeah, it's always so funny how like for like Atari games especially, how like they have these like beautiful, like cover art and like background like arts and like the catalog books that came with the cartridge and stuff like that. And then you start playing it and it's like 7 pixels on a screen. Like it's so, it's so misleading. Okay, so look, there's Pong, Quadra Pong, 8 playfields, 50 telegames. Your teammates opposite you, your challengers on either side. Oh, I see, it's 4-sided, okay. What does it mean by 50 telegames? So it's like there's 8 playfields and there's like because of that there's like so many different styles. Wow. I was bamboozled a lot as a child by cover art. Oh yeah, I feel like, I feel like my generation, it was more, or at least for me personally, it wasn't so much the cover art, it was more like, because my video game experience back in the day was mostly, oh, I like that movie or TV show, I'll buy the video game version of it. And like 90% of the time, it was just terrible. That's how I was bamboozled, because I thought like, oh, the TV show or movie that I like is, I like those 2 things. Surely I'll like this too. Look at this. Okay, so we got Speedway 2, Outer Space, Tank, and Tank Plus. So I've played Tank. Tank is one of the games that is on the plug-and-play console that I have. Blackjack, it looks like it's just Blackjack. And then Race. That's such a simple title. I love it. It's just Race, Sports, Pong Sports, Tank, Blackjack, Outer Space, Speedway 2. And most of these games are $20. So if most of these games are $20, ooh, wow. Okay, so $20 in today's money is $105. So these games are being sold for over $100. Oof, jeez. And like I said, these games, all you get is like 10 pixels, and like they're not nearly. For the time they were good. Like they were engaging. And like, but you wouldn't, I can't imagine like, playing these games for like dozens and dozens of hours unless you have like somebody with you. Like, because most of these I feel like are 2-player. Oh, and we got more. Okay, so we got more video games. Whoa, hold on. Okay, I've seen this before. Telegames. Whoa, look at that. Speedway. It's just a plug-and-play console. Oh, they just play the one game? Speedway 4. Wow, so there were 3 more of these beforehand. One of today's most popular video games, now made even better. In addition to racing and hockey, we've added tennis and a new robot feature, all at no increase in price from last year. So like $100 basically, which means $100. Oh, this is going to be like a couple $100 in today's money. Yeah, this is $527 in today's money, and it only plays like a whole sports arena fun, 2 racetracks, hockey stadium, and tennis court, 4 play fields, 10 game variations in all, with action and on-screen digital scoring. Wow, so it's like 10 games basically, a plug and play basically. It's 10 games, and you pay $530, more than like a Switch. That's probably about as much. That's about as much as a PS5 is today, right? And but you can only play those 5 games. And then and it comes with, wow, yeah, Speedway, hockey for 2. I love how it's called hockey for 2 and tennis for 4, and they're literally just the same game with just like different settings. Like, it's the same idea. It's just Pong. They're all just Pong with like different, like, there's like a goal, like a smaller area where you can get the ball in, and this is just Pong with like 4 lines. They're all just variations of Pong except for Speedway. I do kind of like these controllers though. I don't know. There's something kind of cool. I think it's cool about how they like detach from this, and like you have the wheel that you turn and everything. And then motor. Whoa, what is? Do you control it from this? A 20-game unit with twist throttle hand grip controls for 4 wild cycle games plus 4 plug-in controls for challenging paddle sport action. So these are all like plug-and-play consoles, basically. This one has tank, stunt cycle, street hockey, team Pong, which again is just, these are just like different variations of Pong. That's all it is. They're all Pong. Everything is Pong. Okay, console, motorcycle style plastic control, switches for novice and expert settings and game selection, on-string scoring, realistic sound, 4 remote controls as well. Okay, so it does control these controllers. It includes these controllers as well. It's a little. It's a little cheaper than Speedway, which honestly, if I had to choose between one of these as a kid, I'm getting this one. I'm getting the thing that looks like it has motorcycle handles. That's sick as hell. All right. And then tank, which is, yeah, just tank built in. Wow, look at all these. This is before, I mean, you can tell this is way before the video game crash. This is when video games were still pretty new. Pinball Breakaway. Oh wow, Pong level, like Pong quality Breakaway. Or, sorry, not Pong quality, like Atari 2600 quality. 79. An exciting new concept in video games transforms your TV set into an electric version of pinball with flippers and paddles, thumper bumpers, and bonus scoring. Plus, you get Breakaway and basketball too. 7 games in all, so 7 games built in for $80, so like $500 something dollars. Which I guess, considering games like the cartridges at the time were like about $100, that's technically a deal. Even though, like I said, most of these games are just reskinned versions of Pong. But, you know, they didn't really have much else to go with. Yeah, see, Super Pong. Look at this. Yeah, Super Pong, Team Handball, Basketball. Pong and catch. Try to trap the ball as it rebounds from your opponent's side of the field. Yeah, they're all just Pong. It's just different versions of Pong. That's all you get with this. That's nuts. Hockey and tennis. Again, the same. They're all like the same thing. Tennis, catch. This one's only $18, but you just get the one game. Which, you know, that's about how much the Atari... That's cheaper than the Atari consoles were. Whoa, hold on. Okay, there's some cool stuff here. I've seen this before. I've seen these Mattel ones, like... Maybe like in an old, like, Angry Video Game Nerd that I used to watch back in the day. New from Mattel. Handheld portable electronic games that are completely self-contained. Need no TV set. So yeah, this is like... I mean, this is probably before, like, Game & Watch was around in America. Game & Watch was probably already a thing in Japan, but I don't know if they were in America yet. Yeah, so you have an auto racing one and a football one, which is just probably you just see these, like, little lights, you know, like, move around and stuff like that. And it's probably incredibly complicated to play, like a lot of these old games are. But this one, however, this looks sick as hell. And so does this one. Is this like self-contained? Grand Prix 3D road racer game. Put you in the driver's seat with a realistic steering and shifting, roaring engine, and live-action raceway sounds. Yeah, is this like self-contained? Because if it is, that's really cool. Even though it's like $60 for like one game. Like, the fact that you get all this... How do you control the throttle, though? Because you have shifting. Auto racing thrills on 3D racetrack with racing cars. Racing type steering wheel, 4-speed gear shift includes reverse. Maneuver car in 3 lanes of high-speed competition, avoiding collisions. If crash occurs, you hear the sounds of tire screeching and fender crunching. Wipeout screen lights up. Player's car somersaults as driver attempts to steer his car to safety. Digital readout counts number of laps traveled. Wow, that's cool that it like includes your like the fact that this includes its own screen is actually really impressive. I would I think compared to the other Pong ones, even though again this is still just one game, I'd ask for this as a kid. That's cool as hell. Way more immersive than the Pong consoles we were seeing earlier. And this tin can thing is also pretty cool too. How it works. Shoot light beam bullets. No object flies through the air. When light from the light rifle's photoelectric cell target underneath one of the cans that can be pop off the fence. Shoot from up to 25 feet away for one or more players. Wow, so yeah, you have to hit the target. That's also really cool. And then you got a dartboard. Okay, now we got a billiard board. Look at this art. This is pretty cool. This might be the first catalog we look at that might be in all color. Because the 60s one that we looked at before, it had I would say like majority color, but this one I think will be all color, possibly. We'll see. But yeah, we got foosball, billiards, pool tables. Well, look, yeah, and the pool table, that's a miniature one, but the big one is like $60. That's pretty good. So you can get this, or you can get 3 pool tables before you get an Atari 2600. Wow. Okay, so this is the big one. This is a smaller one. This is a big size. Okay, yeah, it's still cheaper. Wow. So you can get a whole pool table. Yeah, an air hockey table. Wow, and it's on sale too. They cut $70 off of it, so it's only 129. And you got ping pong table. Let's see. Oh wow, electric pinball game. Oh, and a pachinko machine. $40, you get a pachinko machine. You can gamble at home. Even though that's technically not gambling, but still. Oh, and one of these. Oh wow, Space Tilt. My mom has one that looks almost exactly like this. Like this wood design and everything. It's very, very similar to this. But you can get a whole electric pinball game. It's not that big, because look how big it is compared to the kids. But still, again, it's $70. It's cheaper. It's way cheaper than the electronic, like the video games. You got some puzzle games here. Games of skill and chance. Slot machines. Hey, you know, you gotta start them young. Just like today, gambling's everywhere. Giant checkers. And then, okay, yeah, then we got board games, Clue, Sorry, Connect 4, Life. Sports games, Othello, Monopoly, the classics. And then chess, just classic chessboards. Those are some nice... Wow, a chessboard... Dang, this chessboard is like $34. That means this chessboard is over like $100. That's a nice fancy chessboard right there. And then we got backgammon, which again is a game that I have never played. These are like the types of games that like are kind of associated with kind of like, you know, senior centers and stuff. Okay, it looks like we're out of the game section. Now we're into more of the fashion and the clothing section. So immediately right off the bat, look at those. Look at those bell-bottom wide-length pants. Hair is not as... This hair is kind of like... It almost looks like something how it's like kind of curled like this. It reminds me of stuff we were seeing from the 70s one, or the 60s one last time, but not as much. Oh, wow. Glitter sweaters. Oh, wow, yeah. Look at the pants, the belt, the gold belt, trouser pants. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's okay. So it looks like the style seems to be more kind of like just, I feel like it's more just like straight hair for the most part. The big sweater. I mean, yeah, that's what it is. That is they are right. That is a big sweater. Soft blouses. Again, high-waisted pants. High-waisted pants are still a thing. Like, I feel like that's been consistent in like all three of these that we've looked at this year, that they always have high-waisted pants. Oh wow, and we got the single color, which we were seeing before. Junior Bazaar. I thought it said blazer for a second. The superwash wool sweater. Oh wow, look at that. That almost looks like an avocado green kind of like pants. And Nordic sweaters. The down-filled nylon jacket. Look at that thing. That looks like you're made out of plastic. Oh yeah, and real fur coat. Real fur-lined coats. $100. Oh wow, look at those stripes and those colors. Look at the maroon and the... Okay, there's the brown. Like, that's kind of... Like, brown and orange are like the 70s colors like I associate with this era. Oh, wow, and look at that. Look at that. Look at those stripes. Stripes, I think, are going to be a thing with this one. A lot of stripes. A lot of turtlenecks and a lot of sweaters for the most part. Oh, wow. Look at those bright color pastels. Ooh, whoa, that is a bright green. That is a bright, bright green. Look at that. Oh, and look at those like Wellington-style boots right there. Some nice colors. Okay, so we got some plaid. Timeless. Is that what that is? Pants. Pull-on style with elastic waistline. Doesn't say what the... Because I've seen... Hold on. Vest, sleeveless, skirt, long line... A-line pull-on style. Huh. Wow. Yeah, we're still seeing a lot of solid, like, you know, single, like, colors throughout, for the most part. That's a crazy dress. It's more bright, honestly, more brighter colors than I was honestly expecting for a 70s album. I was kind of expecting more, like, you know, like I said, like browns and oranges and stuff like that. So I'm actually surprised by, like, the amount of, like, brighter colors in this. Oh, wow, that is blue. Look at that. Yeah, featuring turquoise blue. Yep, that's very turquoise blue. And again, stripes. Stripes seem to be kind of, I feel like, the common pattern that we're seeing in a lot of these compared to our last session. Yeah, okay, there's stretch woven polyester. That is a crazy design for the shirt. Yep, more stripes, some flannel. Chino cloth pants. The big belt. Is that denim? Yep, denim. Wow, that whole thing is denim. Look at that thing. Are those like... What are those? Wait, are those like... I think they're technically jorts. But they're not really jeans. They're just denim. So I don't know if they technically count as jorts. What is that? Hold on. 2? They're called gaucho pants. Natural waist size, zipper fly front with a snap closing on the waistband, back yoke, 2 front pockets with flat closing, and gold color top stitching with wide legs. Huh. I'm just going to call them jorts because that's technically what they are. These are technically jorts. And yep, more denim pants. Oh, whoa, look at that. That's an interesting color. The yellow buttons with the green stripe and the blue stripe and the red stripe. It looks like it's like a kid's toy box or a kid's dresser. We got bodysuits. Okay, and then we got footwear with slippers, boots, socks, long socks. Okay, and then some robes, which we got here. Wow, okay, these are all different accessories. All leather. Got gloves, handkerchiefs, scarves, gloves, umbrella, and what is... Hold on, wait, what is that? 10. Umbrella and scarf set. Gift package in clear carrying case with scarf and kangaroo pocket. Oh, it's that... Oh, that's the umbrella all closed up. I was confused for a second on what that was. Also, I feel like this whoever scanned this, it's way higher quality, higher resolution than the previous ones we've looked at, which I'm very thankful for. So thank you to wishbookweb.com, who it looks like scanned this. Oh yeah, look at those tall boots. Oh wow, and the gold with the gold handbag. You got the boots and the bag to match. Yeah, well, they're tall boots. Whoa, these are like... That looks like an UGG. That looks like an UGG style, and this looks like... Those are like hiking boots. Why are they so tall? Why is it... Wow, that's like very form-fitting. Sports boots. Okay, I guess that's technically, yeah. So maybe they are technically hiking boots. Okay, men's casuals. Okay, so now we're into the... I think we might be getting into men's clothing. But look at that slipper. That looks like... These look like when when you have to put like I've had to do this before at some of the museums I've worked at, where if you go into like a section where you need to like not track anything inside, like a historic space, you put like these little like, you know, like covers over your shoes, like they're like hair nets but for your shoes basically. That's what this reminds me of. That's what this looks like. But it's just straight up like it's not even like soft on the inside. It looks like it's the same material all the way around. What number are these? 5? Quilted nylon foot warmers. Wow. And then, yeah, just some basic slip-on casual leather shoes. Deerskin and, like, kind of moccasin style. Casual lined, yeah. The moccasin style looks like it was pretty popular. Whoa, wait, hold on, okay. First of all, a few things here. A few things going on here. All right, wow, there's a lot going on here. Okay. Fun slippers will spark a child's imagination. Okay, Benji the dog, Winnie the Pooh. So they come with puppets. You have... Okay, that's Winnie the Pooh. And like Winnie the Pooh characters on that. You have Snoopy. The Ronald McDonald slippers. And the hamburger. What is that? What's his name? Is that just a hamburger or is that Mayor McCheese? I think is his name. Wow, that is crazy. And then the Allstate. That's what every child wants. They want the insurance slippers. But wait, it has a number on it. Hold on, wait. Are those that supposed to be like a race car? Oh, it is a race car. Okay, they're race cars. I was like, I thought it was just like you could either have like the Snoopy or Winnie the Pooh or Allstate. What's the kid gonna choose? But what's also crazy is that this fuzzy slipper, we saw this exact same thing in the 1966 one. I remember these. We had this exact same slipper. But here they're advertised specifically at children. Whereas before, I don't think they were. I think they were in the women's section, if I remember correctly. And maybe in the men's one? And then these are, yeah, kid versions of the ones we already saw. But yeah, that's crazy. That's interesting that what was once like kind of like in the adult footwear section is now in is now in the kids section. Are these all kid ones? Okay, no, these are women's slippers. Okay, so they are kind of still there, the women's. Oh, those are, ooh, wow. Those are, again, stripes. Those are fuzzy. And then more of the quilted. It looks like you're wearing an, that's what it looks like. It looks like you're wearing an oven mitt. It looks like you're wearing like an oven mitt on your foot. That's what it looks like. I mean, maybe they're warm. Slippers for the women who entertains. Wow. Okay, so in about 30 seconds here, we actually are going to be going into an ad. Into a 3-minute ad, and I'm actually going to use that time. I have to go to the bathroom. So, hold on. Okay, so let me... I'll go ahead and I'll stop here real quick. And I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick, and we'll let the ad play. And then when the ad is done, we'll come back and we'll continue. So be right back. Let me put something in the chat real quick, because I don't have a BRB screen yet. So I'll put that there, and I'll be back in a little bit. Just 1 second. All right, I am back. Let's see. The ad's still... Okay, yeah, the ad's still going, but we'll... As soon as that's done, we'll continue on. And I'll just put something... Let me just put something in the chat real quick. All right, sweet. All right, so yeah, we got about another minute or so on the ad. I think I remember before, like when we saw this in the 1966 one, I think I called these Muppet slippers because they look like something that the Muppets would wear, like in like a big like one of the big like like the full body Muppet costumes. I think it might just be the color too. And this is 77, so the Muppets were popular during this time. I do like these like kind of like slipper sandals. But your feet are exposed, so they're not like super warm. Same with these ones. You know, it's just that covers the very top of your foot. Maybe I guess if you don't want your entire foot, because some people like they get like sweaty feet when they wear slippers, and I'm I don't really care about that because my feet get cold very easily. In fact, I'm wearing slippers right now because it's winter and it's really cold where I am, and I hate it. uh, I hate it so much. I don't do well in cold weather. I much prefer summer over winter, and I know that's probably an unpopular opinion, but I'll take hot summer weather over cold winter any day. All right. Anyway, back to oh my god. She does not look happy to be there. She looks like she belongs like in a like like a horror movie, like a 70s like slasher movie. Like she secretly like killed her whole family here. The country look. It looks like they're wearing a tablecloth. That's what this pattern looks like. Whoa. Cards still look like the oh god, wow. Prince, princess, queen, king. Wow. Oh, I wonder, this type of shirt kind of reminds me. I wonder if in this one we'll see as much customization like we saw in the other years, where like there was customization allowed where people could put like their own names or initials on things. I wonder if that's still going to be as popular in this era. Wow, yeah, and look again, she does not look happy to be there. Wow, family blanket sleeper. It's wow. That's what you want as a kid. You want matching pajamas with all of your siblings and your parents. This could be like a fun, like kind of like either like a photography thing, but yeah, I I don't know. Relaxing loungewear. Okay, so this is like kind of like pajamas and like kind of night dresses. Again, like the bell-bottom pants, the wide and high-waisted. Oh wow, she looks like fluid quina nylon. Nylon seems to be kind of like the big thing I see showing up in a lot of these. Wow. She looks like she's I don't know, she looks like she belongs that's like a cape and she's like in Hogwarts or something like that. That's what that reminds me of. All right, we got robes. Oh, whoa, the scanner. Ooh, this is interesting. Sorry, this is the okay. Nylon might be new at this point. I remember there being a lot of nylon in the 60s one too. So I don't think it's like, I mean, it's newer, but I don't think it's new. I think in the 60s one, it was like brand new. Maybe. Because I do remember seeing nylon in the 60s, but this is interesting. Okay. I'm going to go on a nerdy museum thing real quick. See how both these pages are different colors? That means that the light, however they image this, which they probably, I don't think they used it. They might have used a flatbed scanner, but I think this means that whatever settings they had for like, you know, this page and this page doesn't match. Because like, look at the color difference. This is something that in the museum and like archives field, when it comes to digitization, that we focus heavily on, which is called color accuracy, which is where we try to basically match the original coloring of the document or the object as accurately as possible. And that includes having things like even lighting and making sure the camera is, you know, properly, like, depending on, like, you know, has a good, like, you know, a proper, like, ISO or, like, accurate thing. Because you can tell how much brighter it is, and this one's more kind of yellowish and darker. Could be that page be fade like it was more left open. That is also possible. I think what would have happened, because I think this, it's not so much, because this looks like more like the natural color, I think. Because this looks brighter. Or they overexposed this one. They like made this one too bright. But I'm starting to think that this, because at first I thought maybe it was like, you know, oh, this page was maybe like open and it was like against something, because sometimes that's what happens when a page is like exposed to the air and another part of it isn't, and like because of the acidic nature of a lot of old paper, it'll like start to like brown or yellow over time. That might be what happened here, but because the coloring, like the difference in coloring is very even throughout the whole thing, I think what happened was that they just scanned this at a different, like, with a different color or brightness setting than this one. But color accuracy is very important when digitizing material, because if you want it to be the whole point of digitizing like this is to make it as accurate of a surrogate as possible for the real thing. And so you want to make sure it looks as accurate as possible to the real thing, and you have to make sure that your colors are accurate. I mean, oh no, look, see, it's like that on here too. Okay, I think I know what happened. I think what happened is that, however, they might have, whatever they did, they scanned all the pages on this side of the document at one time, and then they went back and did these pages, the left side, or they did all the right pages at a different time. And when they did all the right pages, it was different settings than on the left pages. Because if we actually go back, it's not super noticeable here. It's noticeable here, and it's noticeable here. I think that's what happened. I think they scanned this at like a different setting than this one. Yeah, same here. Look at that. You can see the color difference and everything. That's what happened. Okay, I'm like 90% sure that's what happened. The Romantic Victorians. Wow, they are bringing back Victorian style for their nightgowns. Oh wow, look at those pockets. Oh wow, look at that. This like brownish maroon color with that design. Oh wow, sleepwear coordinates in wallpaper print. It's wallpaper. It's made to look like wallpaper. Wow. Jeez. And these are Christmas themed ones. More blazers, more nightgowns. Nightwear and fleece robe. Of course, you gotta have the flowers. The flowers, I feel like, were big in the 70s. Oh, wow. This one looks like she's wearing a quilt, honestly. Okay, this just looks like just a normal, regular robe. That one's very bright. That doesn't look like she's going to bed. That one looks like she's going out, like, on the town. Oh, yep, of course. You gotta have couples matching outfits. Oh, yeah, you gotta have the brown one, blue one. You got pink and you got orange right here. Those are some 70s colors right there. Maybe it's not so much the brown and orange as like clothing colors, because when I think of like 70s like brown and orange, it's mostly like furniture and carpet and stuff like that. Paint, wallpaper, things like that. So maybe it's not so much the clothes that are those colors. And wow, look at those again, matching. Whoa, racing jackets. Those do not look like racing jackets. Those look like space jackets. Look how shiny they are. It does look more like... Those are like 50s, like sci-fi, like styled, like space jackets. Painter pants. Wow, wherever they are, it's windy. Look at that. I need to close that draft that's inside. Again, yeah. Oh, you got workout outfits. Whoa, what is... Oh, they're inside. Oh, whoa, they're like opposite. Oh, I don't know that color combo, like how it like looks on this. I don't It looks like he's wearing like a neck pillow. Just how like the lighting is on it and the color of it and how thick it is. It looks like he's wearing a neck pillow. I don't know what exercise he's doing, but he's... Hold on. What? Is he on his Why is he on... If he's doing a... He's doing a time start. Why is he on his, like, knuckles? Or, like, the... God, that's so painful. Because most people, when they start a race, they do, like, on their fingertips. Why is he on his knuckles like that? That looks so painful. I mean, she looks like she's doing a normal, like, stretch. I don't know what he's doing. Like, it's a weird form of crunches, I guess. Oh, whoa. I didn't know they made challengers in the 70s. I don't know why. That's the vibe this is giving me. Wow, yeah. Look at those knitted sweaters. No pain, no gain, exactly, you know? You gotta go for it. Gotta get swole. Gotta go work for the grind. Oh, ski sweaters. That's right. Skiing, I feel like, was a... It was popular in the 60s, but I feel like skiing became, like, more popular in, like, the 70s. Because I don't remember seeing ski sweaters in the last one that we did. Oh, whoa. Men's authentic Western cotton and polyester denim. Okay. So a little bit of Western themed. But I am noticing so far we have not seen... Not yet. I mean, we're still early on in this. We're only 130 pages in out of 629. There's still 500 pages of this thing left. But this is the first Western thing we've seen. Maybe there will be more, but we'll see if the Western theme sticks around. Because I was surprised how prevalent it still was in the late 60s. I was surprised. So we'll see how it is here. And this looks like it's just denim. And it's just Western, authentic Western cotton. It's not necessarily a Western outfit. Ooh, wow. Okay, so we got the leather jackets. Look at the... Wow, the flower design. The fringe, the leather fringe. What do they refer to it as? Suede split leather. Wow. Cowhide leather. Frontier style is what they call it. So it's kind of Western, but not exactly. It's slightly different. Oh, wow, yeah. Look at those pants. The vests. Oh, that shirt. I feel like I've seen this shirt before. Like, I've seen it, like, in media from the time. Like, this style. This, like, pattern. It looks familiar. And then we got, yeah, the plaid. Wow, the plaid pants. These look like pajamas today. This would be the design you would see on like pajamas in today's fashion. Ooh, look at the gray suit and the blue suit. Wow, the blue blazer suits. Look at that. That looks like something. Oh, and like that looks like something from Anchorman. These look like Anchorman outfit. Or no, he wears like a full-on suit. Ooh, look at that brown. There we go. Now that's the 70s right there. Look at that. With the stripes. Oof, yeah. Wow, that is a look. And the blue. More navy blue and turquoise than I expected. Okay, yep, and there are the guys with mustaches. Corduroy. Wow, yeah, sweaters and sweater vests. And woven flannel slacks for men. Yeah, collared shirts. Yeah, okay, yeah, look at these colors. Yeah, you got beige, brown, orangey, like orange and orange, beige, gray, and like a cream color. It's kind of more of a cream color than a white. Corduroy. Apparently corduroy looks like it was popular in the 70s. More stripes. Yeah, stripes were the thing in the 70s. I've seen way more stripe designs in this than I have in like any of the other catalogs that we've looked at. Oh wow, yep, and look at the plaid and flannel. Virgin wool. These actually aren't that bad. I feel like this, like, you could wear this, like, today, and you wouldn't look that out of style. Oh, wow, wait, hold on. What universities do they have? California, Georgia, Michigan. Are these, wait. Arizona State. Indiana, Kansas. That just says California. Bears. I mean, there's a lot of California schools. Okay, Southern Cal, so USC, South Carolina, Oregon. Yeah, the Duck. West Virginia, Texas, Texas A&M, Pittsburgh, North Carolina. I think the California one. I think that's UCLA. I think they're the Bear or the Bruins. Are they the Bruins? I think they are. That looks like UCLA. I mean, that's UCLA colors. I know they're those colors. Wow. And look at these suits with guys in mustaches. Corduroy. Okay, I think corduroy was like a new, like, kind of 70s thing. Oh, wow. Yep, the blue suits. Polyester double knit coordinates in most popular colors. Classic styles. Fine tailoring in critical fit areas for a good fit. Sensational looks. Wow. Wow, that green. Wow, that's a choice. Whoa. Genuine shearling lamb skin. Wow, look at that thing. That is... Ooh, it's probably very warm. But it's 129 bucks, which, if I remember correctly... Wait, how much is that? How much is that for a jacket? Oh, actually, it's 130 basic. It's 130 bucks. Not counting shipping, too. That's an almost $685 jacket. It's almost $800 or $700. Ooh, that is expensive. And look at these suits. Wow. Now this one looks like one I would see like an Anchorman. That's what it reminds me of. Oh, whoa, look at those puffy jackets. Finest men's goose down jacket. Those are some puffy jackets. And oh, and look, some more with like the leather and like the lamb. Oh, polyester and acrylic pile lining makes this men's split cowhide coat look like expensive sheer. Okay, so it makes it so it's fake. It looks well, it's made of genuine leather, but it makes it look more expensive than it actually is. I I don't know if this is just me. It probably is just me, but every time I see just like a pair of pants like standing like this with there's like no person, you can't see the person at all, and they're just standing like this. It makes me think of that Jimmy Neutron episode where the pants come to life and start attacking people. That's what this reminds me of. Because this is what the pants look like. They just like walk around like this. Every time I see something like this, I just think of that. Because I loved that show as a kid. And I'm very sad that unfortunately the voice actor who played Sheen in that show unfortunately passed away, I think yesterday or earlier, like a day or two ago. And he was like my favorite character on the show. He was so good. He was so funny. Wow, look at the whoa with the zipper. Jeez, the like turtle. Does it zip? How high up does it zip? Velour. Men's shirts so soft, velvety, and rich to the touch, yet priced amazingly low. Yeah, look at that. They turn into like turtlenecks. They can go all the way up. And you got the V-necks right here. Snapper socks for men. Socks that snap together and stay together in the washer, in the dryer, in the drawer. Wow. Wait, why is that still not a thing? I'm guessing maybe something happened with like these metal clasps that maybe it didn't work or they like fell off really easily. But that actually is really smart. Why is this still not a thing? Yeah, exactly, Pirate. I want them too. Like, can we bring this back? Can we bring this back to our modern socks so I don't have to lose them anymore? How expensive are they? Items 1 through 28. One, two, three, four, five, six. So all of these have that. No more mismatch. Snapper socks snap together with tiny... Oh, they're plastic fasteners. Okay, I thought they were metal. The plastic probably broke down pretty easily, especially if it went in the dryer. The plastic probably broke down pretty quickly. That's probably why we don't have them anymore. But do this with, like, metal, and it would actually, like, work really well. So yeah, so bring this back, but make them metal. And it'll probably be pretty good. Ooh, wallets. Men's wallets. Oh, and you got ties, personalized gifts. Buffalo calf wallets with name stamped. Okay, so here we go. We do have some personalization. Rare earth magnets. Oh yeah, just make them magnetic. That'll... See, the problem though is that they're magnetic. Then, like, as you're walking, depending on how powerful the magnets are, your legs will get stuck together. As you're trying to walk, it'll mess up your stride. Because your legs will be attracted to each other because of the magnets. Monogrammed handkerchiefs. Okay, yeah, so we do have some customization. So we have like names on like the wallets, initials on the pen knife and the money clip. And all the leather wallets. My legs are so good looking, they're already attracted to each other. There you go, Pirate. We love the confidence. If it was my legs, they'd be repelled from each other. Wow, yeah, again, the stripes. So yeah, the stripes. Yeah, and the stripes on the gloves, too. Wow. And they're all different. Yeah, the different colored stripes based on, like, whatever the color the glove is. And the mitts. And you got the leather gloves. Whoa, okay, so Julie Brox's and valets. Accessories for men. Hold on, wait, what are the Zodiac necklace birth signs? Oh, that's what they are. They're the Zodiac. Oh, and you have these socks. You can either have tennis or badminton. I think that looks like badminton. Sport emblem song, or tennis. Okay, it is tennis. They look like the rackets look really long. I thought it was badminton. And we got bowling and we got golf. Jewelry boxes and valets to hold all your stuff. Whoa. This is crazy that, like, I feel like we've seen this style of, like, sleepwear in, like, every single one that we've looked at. But I've never known anybody to have something like this, especially with the hat. This seems like such a thing that, like, they're trying to make happen or keep it around, but I've never seen anybody with a nightcap. Because honestly, what's the point of a nightcap like that? If, like, you know, unless it's, like, cold, I guess you could wear it, but, like, why? Because it's like, I guess it maybe keeps the top of your head kind of warm? Yeah, very Dickens-esque, exactly. Like, it looks like something that, like, Scrooge would wear. But they still, like, they're, like, still trying to keep it around and make it happen. Ooh, wow, and look at that plaid. That's a lot of plaid. Wait, what's number 4? That looks like, it's not a skirt, is it? Or is it it's a nightshirt. Knees length nightshirt. Wow. That's that's just a skirt, man, or a dress. Just you're wearing a dress. You can call it whatever you want. It's a dress. Whoa! Wow! This is look at these 70s looking guys right here. Oh yeah, the brown robe. Also, like, I don't know why. It could just be maybe not so much these guys, but like there have been other guys like on here that like I have to stop for a second because like I feel like half of them look like Mark Hamill and Hanso and Harrison Ford from this era. I don't know why. I mean, that could just be because this is from 1977 and that's when Star Wars came out. But like for some reason, like a lot of these faces to me, they just look like Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford. Whoa, jumpsuits. Jesus, look at that. Soft, rich velour for lounging indoors. I mean, they're basically... Like, correct me if I'm wrong. These are basically onesies, right? They're all one piece. They're just a fancy-sounding onesie. Ooh, wow, look at those flower designs. Oh, wow. A sporty look in men's easy care knit pajamas and nightshirts. I don't think anybody nowadays has like a nightshirt or like I mean, when I sleep, I just wear the shirt that I was wearing that day. I don't change into another set of clothes to go to sleep. I'm not that crazy. Whoa, okay. Now, some of these are sick. Look at that football design. That design is crazy. What even is that? Is that even anything? Or is it just like random designs? That is crazy looking. It looks like you're wearing a patch quilt. What number is that one? Maybe I'm crazy. I mean, hey, Pirate, if you do that, that's... I don't know. I just feel like everybody I've known growing up, I mean, if they wear if they change into a t-shirt to like sleep in, or they change into a shirt to sleep in, it's most of the time it's like just a t-shirt. like a bigger or like an older like t-shirt. I don't think I've ever met anybody who like didn't wear just like a t-shirt to bed. Does it say what the design is? Indian look print, blue. I would hit a crazy honk shoe me in these. Oh, absolutely. These look comfy. Like, these look really comfy. And I say specifically night shirts, because pajama pants, I wear pajama pants, you know, when I go to bed. So it's like that's not crazy to me, especially in like the winter months. Like, I definitely wear like pajama pants. It's just the shirt. I don't know. I've never really met anybody who changes into specifically like a shirt like this, like the matching top and bottom pajama pants. Maybe when I was like really young, you know, and your parents still like mostly like dress you. Like, I probably wore stuff like this. I definitely wore stuff like this, but yeah, I agree with you, Onion. Like, hit a crazy honk shoe in this. Absolutely. Oh, whoa, hell yeah. Wait, okay, so we got King Kong, we got the Joker, Power Man? I don't know Power Man. Superman, Spider-Man, Shazam, Batman and Robin, Incredible Hulk, and Captain America. Ooh, and he has the is that... Oh, it's a Batman and Superman robe. He's trying to do a Kong... He's trying to do a Kong pose, but he's really just angry that he has to go to bed. Oh, yep, and we got the... Oh, whoa, hold on. Okay, we got more. I don't know where he's going, but he looks ready. And he is showing off right there. Flame resistant? Hold on. Flame resistant? Flame-resistant garments. Self-extinguishing when removed from flame. These garments are flame-resistant but have not been treated with and do not contain the flame-resistant chemical tris. Are kids just, like, lighting themselves on fire in the 70s? Why do you need flame-resistant... Why do you need flame-resistant pajamas for kids? Because I didn't see anything about flame-resistant in the other one, in the, like, adult clothes. Was it this big of a problem in the 70s that kids were just lighting themselves on fire? I mean, I feel like at this point there weren't... Remember, there was an issue of new plastic containing clothes burning kids near fires. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying, Pirate. That makes more sense. So it's like they wouldn't be on fire. They would just like be close to like near a fireplace, something like that, and the material would start to burn because of the plastics that they were using in it. Okay, that might be then what they're referring to. That makes way more sense. That's some good context right there. Because otherwise I was like, what is going on that these clothes are like spontaneously combusting? And then space pajamas. Space 1999. Alpha Moon Base. Star Trek. 2 Star Trek ones, yeah. Wow, and Star Trek was kind of old at this point. I mean, they were probably just running reruns of it, but Star Trek, was 60s. Star Trek was early to mid 60s. When did the first Star Trek movie come out? Because I mean, this year is Star Wars. Hold on. When was the first Star Trek movie? 1979. Okay, so this is before the new Star Trek movie. So I think the show was just like, because of reruns, it was just, playing. Oh, look at the plush footballs. Hell yeah. You can throw them at your friends or your siblings and they won't get hurt. Oh, okay, hold on. Let's look at the... Oh, wow, look at this. Okay. So some of these teams are the same and some of them are different. So Cincinnati Bengals, they're still around. Los Angeles Rams have changed. Or no. No, they... Okay, it was the... They are the Rams. So I think the Rams left LA and then they came back. Yeah. And the Washington Redskins are not the Redskins anymore, thank God, but it took way too long for them, if you ask me, to change the name Redskin. Now they're the Washington Commanders. Yeah, the plastic would melt and cause really nasty burns. Whoa, okay. So that's probably what they're referring to then with this. That's oof. Wow. That really sucks. I would hate to be like, especially if it's like a plastic burn, like a chemical burn. Ugh, that sounds awful. Whoa, the Baltimore Colts. That's interesting. Because now there's the Indianapolis Colts and Baltimore has the Baltimore Ravens. And then there's, okay, New England Patriots, Minnesota Vikings, Green Bay Packers. Those are the same. Philadelphia Eagles, Buffalo Bills, Chicago Bears, St. Louis Cardinals, Seattle Seahawks, Pittsburgh Steelers, Oakland Raiders, and Miami Dolphins. Okay, Oakland Raiders recently changed. Now they're in Las Vegas. But the logo is pretty much... Most of these logos are pretty much the same, which is actually really interesting, that the logos haven't really changed that much. Oh, wow, yeah, look at those robes. And again, you got the brown and the orange, and the different shades of brown and orange in one robe. Wow, and this one looks like if they took like the Victorian style dress and like just put teddy bears on it. Like kind of onesie, yeah, one piece pajamas. This one again, this looks like they're just wearing a quilt. That's honestly what this reminds me of. Whoa, look at those stripes. That is crazy looking. Monk-style fleece hooded robes. And you got, yeah, fuzzy robes here. Winnie the Pooh, classic. Classic style. Oh, we got a little football. Oh, yeah, and it can be different. Yeah, the different teams for like kids' robes and shirts. Oh, wow. Oh, I don't like, ooh. At first I thought, oh, cool with like the Superman and Batman mask, but no. Big no on that one. And that oh god, that Bugs. That Bugs Bunny. Ugh. We got the Mickey Mouse robe, the Batman and Robin robe. I don't know why they have masks on the on the kids, because Superman doesn't wear a mask and Wonder Woman doesn't wear a mask either. So I don't know why they're putting masquerade masks on them. Yeah, again, look, they're labeled as flame resistant. That's interesting. I guess that actually was a problem in the 70s. And apparently you have to buy the cape separately. They don't come with the pajamas. Yeah, coordinate. Yeah, pajamas. And you got the Winnie the Pooh, more Superman and Batman, some more Mickey Mouse. So Winnie the Pooh was still popular because Winnie the Pooh was also in. Well, this is after the movie, the cartoon movie, the Disney Winnie the Pooh came out. Because when we saw the 1966 stuff that had Winnie the Pooh, that was based on the books. This now is going to be based on Winnie the Pooh from the Disney animated movie, because that came out at this point. I think it was more electric heaters and blankets with no safeties. Okay, that makes, yeah, that actually does make sense. Yeah, old electric heaters and yeah, especially blankets. I feel like those like God, had so many problems in like their like first few decades of existence. I trust them a lot more than I would trust one from back in this era. Yeah, more Winnie the Pooh. And yeah, look, the style of the Winnie the Pooh has changed. It's the Disney version. And Tigger, they must have had a deal with like Disney or Winnie the Pooh because like there's a lot of Winnie the Pooh in the. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Yeah, I got the stuffed animals, Tigger, Eeyore, but it's mostly just oh whoa, oh they can get a chair. Okay, so there is a little bit of personalization. You can get a clothes rack with their name on it. Are there any rules on like uh state name up to 8 letters? Okay, so 8 letters is the max. Okay. Oh, whoa, got the McDonald's dress. Or not a dress, that's like a... What is that? What is that called? It's 22. A smock top. Got the McDonald's... Oh, and the McDonald's overalls. And he's holding a hamburger. And the... Oh my god, and the Ronald McDonald's pants. Jesus, that just shows how prevalent fast food was during this era. Because like Ronald McDonald... You got Ronald McDonald, you got Grimace. The whole McDonald land, like, kind of thing. I personally thought that was more of like an 80s thing. I didn't realize it was that prevalent in the 70s. You got more coordinating outfits. Who is that on the... Oh, I think it's just a generic, like... Just like... I think those are like OC characters. They don't look like anything. I think another IP. More kind of like dress. Old-fashioned. Yeah, costume. Oh, no. Oh, capture. Some sugar and spice. Huh. Wow. They look... A lot of these look like they're like... They look like costumes and they're ready to... Whoa, look at... Dang, these guys are ready to hit the club. Look at that. They look like... For a second, I forgot that, like, oh yeah, these aren't Halloween costumes. Because these look like, you know, like... Halloween style, like 70s Halloween costumes. Like when you're trying to stare, like, especially seeing it on like a kid, that's what it looks like to me. I have to realize, like, no, wait, no, this is just the fashion of the time. This is just what the suits looked like back then. Okay, a little bit of Western. Newsy detailing make the difference in corduroy vests and jeans, yeah. So there's this is like a little bit of a Western style, but like nothing compared to what we were seeing like before. So I think if we get through this whole like kids like clothing section and we don't see any more Western stuff, I think we can safely say that the Western style is like pretty dead at this point. And then, oh wait, hold on. What are the characters that we can? Oop. So okay, we got Mickey Mouse for the Mickey Mouse Club because oh, that's right, Mickey Mouse Club I think came back during this era or close to this time. Superman, Donald Duck, Spider-Man, the Green Machine, Matchbox, Bugs Bunny, Spider-Man, Batman, Fonzie, the Fonz from Happy Days. Yeah, Happy Days. That was the show during this time. Got the Fonz, a shirt with the Fonz on it. Oh nope, right after. Right when I said that, like, okay, there's probably not going to be any more Western stuff. The next page, I spoke too soon. I'm surprised that there's still Western boots for boys and girls, and there's still Western outfits. You know. Wow, I am shocked. I would have thought this style would have like died out, or this like yeah, that this like was not nearly as popular during this time, but apparently it was still around. Yeah, still around. Wow, I am shocked. I am genuinely shocked. Young teen. Wow. I actually kind of like the stripe patterns of these. Wow, and look at the snow gear. Looks like, again, it looks like that's like a spacesuit with how shiny it is. Wow, yeah, that green. That looks like the Squid Game outfit. She looks like she's about to go in Squid Game. Don't let the mothers on Pinterest see this. Oh god, yeah. Oh, this would. Well, I feel like 70s style is like kind of coming back in a little bit of a way. Like that's just kind of a pattern that like kind of 50 years after the fact, like some like 70s things like kind of start to come back, because I'm noticing that kind of like the orange and browns of like the 70s are kind of in some clothing are kind of coming back a little bit. Ooh, wow, look at those. I actually kind of, I don't know, maybe this is just me, but I actually kind of like this style of pants. I don't know, I like the stripes. And yeah, I got the bell bottoms. Colorful bell bottoms. Wow, yeah. Suspenders. And apparently again, these look like this one looks like she's going to Oktoberfest. Like they look so out of place. They look like, yeah, they're like northern and like Central European like style like folk dresses. He looks like a Star Trek character with this color and everything. Like for a second I thought he was wearing a Star Trek shirt. And you got some robes or wraparounds. They're not robes, they're called wraparounds. So they're like a short robe. Ski style. Fisherman knits. Ooh, yeah, look at the brown suits. Look at that. There we go. Now that's some 70s right there. Look at that. That is cool. Ooh, yeah, with the vest. Ooh, yeah, look at those brown. Yeah, brown on brown. Brown sweater vest, brown and beige, like pants and jacket. Wow. And that's jumpsuits. Jeans and tops. Herdsman coat. See, this one's only like 30 bucks compared to like the one that there was another jacket that was similar to this that was like almost like $600 in today's money, but this is like only like 200, and it looks pretty nice. It looks like fine quality leather, but it's really rayon backed with 100% cotton. So yeah, so it's fake, but still looks nice. Honestly, I don't care, like, for stuff like this, as long as it's warm and comfortable, I don't care if it's fake. Wow, look at the snow outfits, the ski suits. Wow, the rainbow like stripes on that. Whoa. Tracksuit yeah. Holy he Okay, it's supposed to be monster. Okay, it's supposed to be a monster cuz Jesus, I was He does not look Wow, okay, keep warm while entertaining or terrorizing your friends. He looks like he's about to rob a place. Monster mask and mitts. Knit of 100% acrylic yarn, looped for a ferociously furry effect. Wow. That is... that is terrifying looking. Buckles and straps. Is that Elton? Oh yeah, it's Elton John. Superman. CB. Wait, Farrah Fawcett. Which one's the Farrah Fawcett one? 19? Oh no, that's the 20 is Farrah Fawcett. Oh, okay, there. Oh, that does look like her. It looks kind of weird with like the coloring. I couldn't tell exactly what was the person, but now I see it. Yeah, I got football, I got Elton John. 23 is a skateboard. Whoa. Okay, so skateboarding is starting to become a thing during this era. Oh, and we got a Rocky. Yeah, because Rocky came out in 76, I think? Hold on. Yeah, 1976. So the year before. So that would... Because, yeah, I'm surprised we're not seeing really any, like, Star Wars stuff, but I think that could just be because it's too new. Because Star Wars came out, like, this summer, so maybe they wouldn't have it yet. Zodiac shirts. Okay. Superman, Batman, Joker. What is that? Big... Something Big Ranger? Han something? The Matchbox. And I can't read that one. Okay, yeah, more sports shirts. Sports... Oh, wow, sports ponchos. All football. Yeah, NFL stuff. It's all NFL stuff. I'm not seeing any, like, other sports, really. No NBA, no baseball. It's all football. Yeah, the Letterman jackets. Wow. Those are cool. And then, yeah, okay, you got the jerseys and the football light lamp. Got the football lamp and then the clock and the bookends. Oh, and the kids' watches. Got the classic Mickey Mouse watch. And we got Cat in the Hat, Cinderella, and Snoopy. And Winnie the Pooh. The $6 Million Man and Bionic Woman. Wow. Snoopy. This one you can put the name on it. Wow, cut one whole dollar. Which, hey, that was a bit of money to save back then. Oh, wow, we even got a pocket watch, a Mickey Mouse pocket watch. Okay, here we go. Here's some baseball stuff. Yeah, there's some baseball stuff. And then you got the same thing with football. You got the watch and the alarm clock. Ooh, talking alarm clocks. You got Mickey Mouse, Oscar the Grouch, and Big Bird. And then singing music boxes. What do they say? Does it say what they say? Or how much they talk? Amusing character continuously calls little sleepyheads to get up until alarm is turned off. Oscar the Grouch. Alarm says, ring, ring, hey, get up. Hey, get up there. This is Oscar the Grouch here, and I say it's time for you to wake up. It's going to be another grouchy day, so get up and don't forget to wind the clock so I can wake you up tomorrow. Dang, so he just repeats that over and over again? I thought he was going to be meaner. Where was all this stuff produced? That's a good question. I mean, it's all different companies. Because this is just a Sears catalog. By 1977, you kind of started to see a decline in American manufacturing. So I think some manufacturing is going overseas at this point. By 77. Big Bird. Okay, what does Big Bird say? Wake up, it's me, Big Bird, and it's time to get up. Open your little eyes now. Don't roll over and go back to sleep. Come on now. Uh, our our fool or one foot out of bed and now the other one. Okay, have a nice day and don't forget to wind your clock. I hope it doesn't like... Does it just repeat that over and over again, I guess, until you turn it off? Also, like... Because, like, for me, you know, it's kind of like a... Nowadays with, like, you know, with the alarm that I have set on my phone, if I hear that, you know, like, anywhere outside of me sleeping, like somebody else, like, alarm goes off, like, in the middle of, like, the day or out in public, you know, I have, like a Pavlov response of just, like, jolting or, like, it's like a not a panic attack, but it's like a sudden shoot of like, oh god, is that going to happen now with these kids anytime they hear these characters? Anytime they watch Sesame Street and see Oscar the Grouch or Big Bird, they're going to think like, they're going to like have like PTSD of like waking up. Mickey Mouse, made famous by Walt Disney. Okay, toot toot, good morning. All aboard for a glorious day. Can't hang around the station all day. Got a lot of track to cover, so let's go. Time to get up and brush your teeth and have a good breakfast. Bye now, and don't forget to wind your clock. Toot toot. He doesn't say oh boy. He should, if it's a Mickey Mouse clock, he has to say oh boy. See, he doesn't look good. Toot toot, good morning, all aboard for a glorious day. He doesn't say that. That's false advertising. They're false advertising what these alarm clocks say. Oh, wow. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh was, like, I guess, consistently popular during this era. Wow, and you got, like, coloring set. That looks like soap. Yeah, soap. Bubble bath set. The clock. And it's almost all Pooh and Tigger. Eeyore is probably the next popular one I see. And I guess, okay, there's Rabbit and Owl. But I feel like Rabbit and Owl were, like... And I haven't seen any Piglet. Like, anywhere. Oh, wow. Oh, and the digital alarm clocks. Look at those. Oh, I actually like the ones that are like kind of like more analog like this and like flip. I think those are really cool. And ceramic alarms. Scenic clocks. Oh, wow. Look at that. Okay, but on this one, where does the clock face go? Oh, it's right there. I could barely see it. Look at that. I can barely see the clock. I'm not going to be able to, like... I'm going to have to get, like, really close in order to, like, actually tell the time on that one. That's not that's not practical at all. Oh, yeah, now we're starting to see digital watches. Oh, yeah, but there weren't any digital watches in the last one. This is kind of when digital watches start to become a thing. I mean, this one, 1988, so that's about... Yeah, that's about $100 for these digital watches back in the day. And then actual watches, like analog watches. And pocket watches, interesting. Maybe pocket watches were like making like a retro comeback. Oh, look, and we do have some more... Looks like some more customization, like things you can put on, like, there's a knife, there's a chain there. Another knife. And, like, letters, like, for, yeah, initials you can put on here. So it looks like this one might be a little bit more, like, personalized stuff compared to the 60s one. Okay. So we got, yeah, the sterling silver. The musical jewelry boxes with the classic tutu. 14 karat gold jewelry. How expensive is some of this stuff? $24, $24, 10, so like a couple over $100. $50. Wow. Is the Atari the most expensive thing we've seen so far in this, I feel like? Because, well, I mean, most of what we've gone through is clothes. But I think the Atari is the most expensive thing we've seen so far in this. I think once we get out of clothes and get more into like other electronics, we might find something more expensive. But so far, the Atari 2600 I think is the most expensive thing because it was almost $1,000. Oh, here we go. Gifts $5 and under. See, okay, this is also an interesting thing too. In the previous one, I think they had this in the 1966 one too. I know they had it in the 1952 one. It was like under $1. Like gifts like $1 and less. They might not have that anymore. Because this is all $5. You know, you got makeup kits, little like vases, mirrors, a little lamp, brushes, perfume kits, makeup stuff, and trays. Oh no, these are $10 and under. A bigger set, a glass tray, these little like wire guys. What is that? Is that like a resin flowers? Hold on. Oh, and little music boxes. Oh, it's a music box. That's what it is. Rose garden. Clear plastic cube encloses rose garden. Plastic roses. Okay. And then, yeah, shaving gifts for him, 10 and under. So it's mostly cologne. Old Spice. Classic Old Spice. English leather. British sterling. Huh. Shaving kits. Whoa, it's the clock. Whoa, hold on. Oh my god, it's still around. This clock was in the 1952 one that we looked at. This cat clock, it like looked very similar to this. Hold on, that's number 1. Whimsical wall clock with swishing tail and blinking eyes that tick off the time. Yeah, there wasn't. Well, this one's like a tiger one, but the other one was like a black. It was a black cat. Wow, that's still 20 years over. No, 25 years later. Because, yeah, 1952, 1970, yeah, 25 years later, they're still selling it. I wonder if it's, like, considered retro at that point and it's cool, or it's just, you know, maybe they're appealing to, like, you know, older customers who still like that style. Gifts under $20, so less expensive. What? Whoa, wait, is that a projection, a light? Hold on. Wait. What is that number? Number 9? Time on ceiling electric alarm clock. Unique clock that lets you look at the dial or ceiling for time. Ceiling projection feature operates every 5 minutes. May be turned off and clock continues to operate normally. Okay, so it's not consistent. It's every 5 minutes. That's sick, actually. I actually want that now. That would be cool. So you don't have to look at your phone. You can just like look up at the ceiling and be like, oh, okay, it's that time. That actually would be really cool. I want that. Okay, so now we got... Are those massagers? Yeah, those are massagers. A chair backing with a TV tray. Is that a... Wait, what is that? Is that a sewing? No. What is that? Whirlpool, wait, buy this 34-gallon Whirlpool bath and get attachments worth, oh, $19.95 free. Wait, so what is that? 34-gallon Whirlpool bath. So you put this in your bath and it turns it into like a whirlpool? Like with jets, like a jacuzzi tub? Many physicians claim regular use of whirlpools may temporarily relieve the pain of arthritis, neuritis, sprains, and strains. Swirling hot water stimulates circulation in muscles and tissues. Huh. Yeah, so you put it in the bath with you. Okay. Oh, electric curlers. I don't think we saw electric curlers in the 1966 one. I think that's now becoming a thing. Yeah, I think electric curlers and straighteners. And now, like, yeah, like brushes, hair brushes and stuff, or hair dryers and stuff like that are starting to look like, you know, kind of hair dryers that we know. I think there were some in the 1966 one, but they didn't really look like this. Yeah, electric lasers still look the same. The electric lasers still look the same. Oh, you got the valets. Still kind of similar style to the one that I have, but not exactly. That one has a... These ones have, like, drawers in them. That's actually pretty sick. Wow, okay. Is that a... Okay, so we got a dollhouse and miniature furniture. This is, like, craft stuff. So, like, okay, so for, like, weaving, crochet, knitting. Okay. Kits for that. Liquid resin kits, wire and string art kits. And then, yeah, miniature kits. So you can make, like, dollhouses and miniatures. Whoa, okay. Winnie the Pooh and his friends. Again, Pooh, Tigger, and Eeyore are, like, the most popular ones. And then, okay, Piglet's there. And then, of course, you got Peanuts. It's almost all Snoopy. It's always Snoopy. He's, like, the most popular by far. That's a sick backpack, though. I'd take that to school when I was a kid. Easy Tracer. Oh, whoa, it's like the thing that Thomas Jefferson invented, where you write with one thing and it'll copy it, like copy the direction of it. Autograph animals with ballpoint pens. Wait, what? All cut and stuff with cellulose and polystyrene pellets. Pink face, multicolor patch. Ballpoint pen is included. So wait, so is it just a stuffed animal that also comes with a pen? Huh. That's interesting. And then, okay, Pink Panther. That's the one. That's the only thing here I recognize. I think everything else is just generic dog, teddy bear. Oh, Benji. That one's specifically Benji. Okay. Yeah, because Benji was a classic kind of dog character for the time. Oh, whoa. Yep, and look at those. Leather light, casual European style. It looks like, yeah, these are leather, not so much the... Or is that one? Hold on, is this one plastic? Semi-molded luggage. Is it plastic? Textured vinyl covering. So it's kind of... It's not like the hard plastic ones. It's more... It's softer. Interesting. And then it looks like the next bit is like, yeah, the index. And all the... How you order for everything. How you can get all of it. Oh, and a credit card. Wow, this is when credit cards were really new. Ship a gift. Oh, okay, here we go. Tool sets, $39, $79 for the workbench? Dang. Aquaculture. Whoa. So these are little like glass containers that you can put stuff in. You can put like, yeah, like plants that don't need like water-based plants that you can put in them. That's actually kind of cool. And a lot of plant stuff, wood plant stands, white metal plant stands. Wow, a lot of plant stands. I feel like indoor plants were like more common in the 70s. Oh, and the fake Christmas trees. And look at that. There's not... I'm curious if there will be any, like, aluminum-looking ones or, like, silver ones. There's this one, which is, like... It's just white. Then we got ornaments here too. And then, yeah, the fake trees that you put together. Whoa, like Winnie the Pooh, like lights you can put on your tree. Light up nativity sets, more Winnie the Pooh stuff. Again, here, look, no Piglet. It's Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Eeyore, Rabbit, and Owl. No Piglet. Why is there no love for Piglet? I liked Piglet when I was a kid. Okay, there's Piglet. And Roo. Oh, and Piglet's on this. Okay, so there's a little bit of Piglet love, but I feel like out of everybody, he's being really left out, because I feel like he's kind of more one of the main guys. Oh, wow, you can get a Santa suit. Comes with eyebrows and everything. 8-piece suit. For $20. So the whole suit is about $100. This suit is about $100 in today's money. Whoa, wait. My grandparents had something very similar to this growing up. I remember seeing at their house. This type of like light with the little lights coming off of it and that whole thing lights up. You got the tree stands. The Piglet incident of 1977. The first instance of free speech censorship against a communist. Wow. That's... I feel like if anybody's a communist, it's Pooh, probably. More than Piglet. But that's funny. Yeah, But hey, at least, you know, Piglet, they made up for Piglet, because later on in, like, the 2000s, he gets his own movie. So, you know, it works out. Oh, a cat tree. I think this is the first time we've seen cat trees, too. I don't think we saw cat trees in the old one. Oh, and like a little window perch. That's cute. Look at those cats. You got a fish tank, bird. Yeah. Dress up your horse. Wow. Even things for a horse. Pocket knife, which again has like... Oh wait, no, that's not. I thought that was a custom carving. It's not. It's company. Okay. We got silverware sets, cookware sets. Wow, okay, yeah, the mushroom design is interesting on like all of these. Mary Mushroom. That's actually what it's called. I'm pretty sure I've seen this like crock pot before. Probably. Somewhere. And we got the spring flowers ones. We got like wicker. It looks like wicker. Is it wicker? Or is it like weaved? Yeah, natural look wicker. A wicker look there. Got a little Winnie the Pooh cookie jar. Got soda cans. Wow, that's a... Wait, hold on. What are they doing with the soda cans? Beverage can display rack? Oh, so you can decorate your... You can decorate your kitchen with your used cans. Full or empty? Cans not included. Oh, you can put them in your... Look at that van. You can put them in your van, at your desk, or at your bar. Wow. It's like when people, you know, display their, like, empty alcohol bottles. And we got some, like, grills. Ooh, look at that blender. Ooh, look at the yellow. The yellow and brown. How much of this is Teflon? Good old Teflon. That totally will not give you long-term health problems. Non-stick interior. This one doesn't say Teflon specifically. Ooh, the popcorn popper. That's a cool one. Got a mixer. Oh, the burger. Oh, you could put make grilled cheese. Mr. Burger. Oh, and look at that microwave. Microwave oven, and then the actual microwave. 74 bucks. Oh, a freezer sealing. That sealers, plastic bag sealers. Skillet. More skillet. There we go. Teflon. With Teflon 2. I didn't even know I didn't know Teflon had a sequel. Dang. I guess Teflon was so good they had to make Teflon 2. Wow. Yeah, crock pots. I know I've seen these, like, this style of, like, crock pot before. I know I've seen it. Oh, wow. Bifold glass door fire screen. Wow. Oh, yeah, so you just put that on. That's a very 70s looking, like, fireplace. The only thing it's missing, it would be better if it was, like, the lava rocks. Ooh, look at those lamps. This looks like something you'd see, like, in an old Pizza Hut. Ooh, digital calculators. How much are these things? Wow, almost... Hold on. Texas Instruments Little Professor. Find the Gooby Gumdrop. Calculators for challenging fun. These things are over $100 in today's money. And it's not like... I mean, like, nowadays we do have, calculators that are over $100, but they're like the TI-84... Like, you know, they can do a bunch of stuff. These are just like regular pocket calculators that are, again, like almost $100 in today's money for a little tiny thing. Space pens, like those used on Apollo space missions. Oh yeah, these are the pens that, like, they designed so that, you know, they can use a pen in zero gravity. And there's the famous story. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but like that the NASA spent all this money and time making a pen that'll work in space, and then the Soviets, when doing this, instead of doing the same thing, they just brought a pencil. And yeah, some binoculars. Oh yeah, look at the old wrapping paper we got here. Smoker's gift. Oh, another... We saw this in the like 70s or in the 60s one. A lighter that looks like a tiny, like, Derringer. A little pistol style lighter. Yeah. You got, yeah, all the smoking pipes. I am noticing not as much, like, lighters and, like, cigarette stuff in this one compared to the previous one in the 60s. So maybe this is when smoking is kind of starting to, like, not be promoted as much. Oh, we got the chocolates from Country Inn. Chocolates, we got nuts, and we got the classic fruit cake. Famous quality fruit cakes that nobody actually likes. I've never had fruitcake, but everything I've heard about it is that it's terrible. Whoa, piñatas. Christmas piñatas? I've never heard of Christmas piñatas. Dang. I wonder if that's actually a thing in, like, Hispanic cultures, or if they're just using an excuse to sell piñatas. I love a good piñata, man. I haven't done one in so long. I had them at all of, like, my, like, birthdays when I was a kid. growing up. I wonder if I don't know if pinatas are really still done as much, but I love them. Oh, wow, gourmet foods. Wow, you can, so yeah, this is the area where like they're starting to put all the preservatives in it, so you can like chip cheeses and canned meats. Get some ham, some canned ham, and other like cheeses. Look at that. Look at all these ham and cheese. It's probably all it's probably all terrible, honestly. Oh, and you got sausages and stuff like that. Ooh, look at those chairs. That looks like an Archie Bunker chair right there. This looks like the Archie Bunker chair that they have at the Smithsonian. From, what's the show? All in the Family? Wow, yeah, look at that design. Yep, it's all brown and beige and... Ugh, wow. Corner unit, armless chair, ottoman. Wow, so just the corner unit is $150. That means if you want to do something like this is like thousands of dollars in today's money. And then these, wow, $100 back then. So that was like, how much was $100 again? Hold on. Let me look. I forgot already. I think it's about like $300 maybe. Nope, I was wrong. $527. Which honestly, for a chair like this, if it's a good quality chair, it's not crazy. Oh, bean bags! Hell yeah! Yeah, I don't remember seeing bean bags in the 60s one. Maybe they're like a little later 60s. Bean bags. So we got Dumbo. Oh, the Rescuers. Wow. Interesting, because I feel like the Rescuers wasn't super popular. Snow White, Mickey Mouse. I don't know who. Mother Goose? Because she has geese? That one's A. Katie's Patchwork. Huh. Raggedy Ann, Pluto, Batman, Donald Duck. Oh, and you can get the like the ottomans and the bean bags with your, of course, your favorite NFL. Oh, and you can get the Farrah Fawcett. Look at that, the Farrah Fawcett bean bag from the famous Farrah Fawcett like poster. That's crazy. I know the poster, but like to put it on a bean bag is nuts. And they're advertising it with kids. Available in 3 sizes. Come on, kids, don't you want the Farrah Fawcett bean bag? What do you mean Dad's always sitting on it? And he won't let you have it. Whoa. Holy... Wow. Holy patchwork. The fact that it's everywhere. It's on the pillowcase and the curtains and the quilt. That is certainly a design. And so is this one. Whoa, and the cat one. Okay, that's a... I like cats. I mean, I love cats. I've had cats my whole life. This is a bit much. This is a bit much. We got cat lamp, cat picture, cat bed, like bedding, pillows, bed curtains, nightstand, like tablecloth, curtains. Oof. Oh wow, the Super Friends. I actually like that. That's kind of cool. Oh, the the cores. God, that's the totally the like teenager, you know, the teenager room or the college student room or the bachelor. That's the bachelor pad print right there. Or the book, the quilt that just has your name on it. I don't know. I feel like if I wasn't like a young kid, this would just be so bland, but also like kind of egotistical. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. That is certainly a design choice. The white walls and floor are not helping. It makes it pop and stand out so much more. But hey, 70 stripes. They were definitely a thing. Ooh, it looks like you can see some shag carpet right there and the wood walls. Ooh, and the brown carpet. Ooh, wow, look at that. Country sunshine. Jesus. This is kind of reminding me, like, seeing some of this stuff, especially, like, I don't know why these in particular, but, like, something I've thought about doing on, like, a stream where it's, like, it's just going to be more casual. Like, if it's a day I'm not, like, feeling great, or, like, one where, like, you know, I like, don't have time to, like, prepare for something else. Like, I have thought about, like, doing, like, a watch-along of, like, old, because they've uploaded them to YouTube. Like old, like 80s, like 70s and 80s, like Price is Right episodes. Because those are always fun to watch because like they reveal a lot about the time period. They reveal like, you know, the styles, you know, not just the people that are not just the people that are being like contestants on the show, but also like all the prizes are really interesting too, both in terms of like what the prices are for them and just the styles. So that's something that I'm thinking about doing maybe like in the future for like an easy day. I know I've seen these like wood style like accessories in like people's houses before. Whoa, look at that. Look at those color boxes. 4-function dance lights. Ooh, wow. Oh, we got the again for the bachelor pad, you got the Coors Light. You got the Coors Light lamp and the Budweiser lamps. Wow. And the lava lamps. I don't think we saw lava lamps in the 1966 one. But they're still around in like the later 70s. Probably not as popular as they were like in the late 60s. I think this 1966 one was like just early enough where like lava lamps weren't really as popular. We got TV trays. And we are having, I'm noticing, like, just, like, a handful of, like, black and white photos, but, like, not many. Very, very few. I'm noticing a few, but not many, like, at all. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Bali commercial quality home model Fireball pinball game. $695. Okay, that's the new most expensive thing. New at Sears, video music. Now you can see pounding beat of rock rhythm and smooth unfolding of the classics, the jump of jazz. Wait, so it's like a thing you plug to your like your TV and it like plays like these like designs based on the beat of the music? An audiovisual experience provides hours of great entertainment for parties. Simply attach the video music console to the antenna lead in your present color TV and the output jack to your present stereo. You control the patterns, color, shape, and size using the selector control buttons of the video music console. Wow. So it's like a thing where it's like it shows you like just these designs. I mean, it's not much of a variety. It looks like it's only just like different style, like different colors of and different gradients of like diamonds. But yeah, $695 for the pinball machine. Hold on, okay, what is that? That has to be like several $1,000s. That has to be like $4,000 or $5,000. If I had to guess. That's my guess. I'm gonna say it's about like $5,000. So $695. Okay, it's not as much. It's $3,664 in today's money. Which I mean, that seems kind of expected for like a quality, like commercial quality, like they say, pinball machine. That kind of makes sense. But geez, that's okay. This is now the most expensive thing that we've seen. This pinball machine. That's $3,664. Oh, and we got tetherball. Now we're getting into like sports stuff. Basketballs, home, portable basketball goals. Looks like you have to provide your own weights. You don't want to dunk it because you're just going to knock it over. Oh, skateboards. Wow. Look at these. Yeah, these are early skateboards. Look at that. Look at the helmet. And the knee pads. The wheels. Wow. I picture skateboards as like more of kind of like skateboarding more of kind of like an 80s thing, but I guess it was around like in the 70s, like the beginning of it. It was like mid to late 70s. Because I think that's when Tony Hawk said he started, was like late 70s when he was a kid. Oh, and there we go. Look at that. Lawn darts. Before they were banned. Lawn darts. How to play. Toss darts underhand like horseshoes. Land them in the targeted rings. Adult fun. Yeah, they specifically say adults, but we know adults weren't using these. Oh, wow, yeah, and the rollerblades. Or not rollerblades, these are just roller skates. Yeah, I haven't seen rollerblades yet, necessarily. Oop. Okay, yep, football. Football outfits. All different colors and designs. And again, bags for all the different teams. They must have had to deal with specifically the, like, NFL. Oh, and we got weights. I don't think there were like weights and benches and like the other ones when it comes to sports stuff. It was mostly like for like sports like teams or like sports game stuff. I don't think there were really that many weights. This looks like very like, you know, like kind of like, because this is I think like the like Arnold Schwarzenegger like pumping iron kind of era with this stuff. Oh, we got a sled, boxing stuff, ice skates. Oh yeah, see, these are black and white pages. Okay, so there are some black and white pages. More than a little bit more maybe than I was expecting. Wait, are those metal detectors? Yeah, treasure locators. Wow, 179 bucks. Save $50. So this is about the same. You can get this or an Atari. You can get this or an Atari. Muzzle loading old style rifles. Jeez. Gun cabinets, bow and arrows. Oh, these are air guns. These are air guns. Are these? Rifle and scope. Top loaded. Okay, yeah, so these are actual guns. These are air guns. Like BB guns. Yeah, these are BB guns. Ooh, whoa, look at the bikes. Dang, 53 bucks. Well, that's a couple $100, or it's about 300 bucks for that, roughly. Evil Knievel. Oh, the Evil Knievel bike. Yeah, this is kind of the Evil Knievel era. Whoa, like a chopper style bike. Look at that. That does not. I'm gonna be honest. That does not look comfortable at all when it comes to riding. That looks like it would be so uncomfortable. Ah, and then yeah, things that are made to imitate dirt bikes, biking accessories, where you can get like a speedometer, baskets, lights, and generators. Bike radio. $6.99 for a bike radio. That's actually kind of cool. It's like, you know, back before you could attach a Bluetooth speaker to your bike. Okay, now we got skis. Yeah, sleds. Snow skis. Oh, whoa, that's pretty sick. That one looks pretty cool. Oh, look at the sleeping bags. Ooh, wow, look at that. I like that colorful one. That one's funny. The jean one. Those are some fun patterns. colorful indoor play tents. Ooh, okay. Those are fun. I had something kind of similar to this when I was not this big. I think these are bigger. But I had something kind of similar to this when I was a kid. Oh, wow. Okay, here are the ones that are I thought the other sleeping bags we saw were going to be it, but these I think for maybe for like younger kids, because you got Pink Panther, looks like Raggedy Ann, Planes, but that looks like Captain America's shield, Mickey Mouse, Snow White, Bugs Bunny. Oh, it's Scooby-Doo? Is that Scooby-Doo? Oh, it is. Okay, in this one he looks more like a bear. I don't know what it is. I guess that is Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo, Wonder Woman, Batman and Robin, Superman. Oh, yeah, books. Oh, these are Bibles, of course. Gotta have... Every Christmas catalog has to have a Bible section. Bible stories. Learning kits for teens. Anything that I recognize right off the bat? Sesame Street books. I mean, these are like really young kids' books. Okay, Dr. Seuss. Yeah, ABC, Green Eggs and Ham. Pop on Pop, Cat in the Hat. Disney books, Raggedy Ann. Hanna-Barbera stuff. So, The Great Grape Ape, Scooby-Doo, Hong Kong Phooey, and others. I don't know Hong Kong Phooey. And I'm honestly kind of scared to look that one up. Mother Goose. Oh, these are records. These are vinyls. Rescuers, Pinocchio, Dumbo, Brave Little Tailor, Mickey Mouse. Wizard of Oz, The Hobbit, Haunted Mansion. Oh, The Hobbit. Disney record book sets. Five. Okay, so each one of these you get 5 records and 5 books to go along with it. I'm gonna get this one because it has The Wizard of Oz, The Hobbit, and Haunted Mansion. Count me in. Polly Pal. Huh. I've never heard of Polly Pal. This looks like it's Spanish chatter, French chatter. Okay, so learning how to speak those languages. These are other like kind of coloring book stuff. But yeah, Polly Pal. Don't know this one. Oh, label makers. Oh, they look like animals and stuff. What is this one supposed to be? Easy Rider? I mean, it's a dog, a worm, caterpillar, and... Okay, he's on a bike. Okay, so maybe that's why he's called Easy Rider. But that's... Looking at him, I couldn't tell what he was. We got some globes. NFL license, pinup boards, waist backs. Okay, so more NFL. Yeah, they had a definite deal with... with the NFL. Media art. So yeah, these are art kits. We got like paint and stuff. These are like pin the tail games and pin boards. Okay, more games. Let's see here. U.S. coin book, stamp collecting. Okay, so these are like for collecting things. And then over here, yeah, we got games. Vegas electric horse race, poker, dice games, card games. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting into the real like toy section because we got Barbie. How many different Barbies are we gonna have? We got Cowboy Barbie. We got, you know, Pool Party Barbie. Now look, Ken. Why does Ken... Ken looks like... Stick on mustache and sideburns. Jesus, you can put a mustache... I mean, yeah, it's the 70s. But he... He looks like Elvis. I don't know if that's the point, but like he looks like Elvis. Suntan Tuesday Taylor. So is that not Barbie? Ballerina Barbie. Grocery store. Wait. Suntan Tuesday Taylor doll. Is that... Wow. So, okay, so is that not... Is that Barbie? It's not Mattel. It's Ideal. It's their own... It's I guess they try to make Barbie, but tan. This is one way to do it. And so, yeah, Salon Barbie. Superstar Barbie. All these different fashions. Take a road trip with Barbie. A camper. All these different outfits and a little carrying case for the fashion stuff. TV personalities. Okay, I don't think these are all Barbie. I think these are just like different dolls. Because these are Mattel. This is Donnie and Marie. Okay, yeah, these are dolls of like actual TV shows. Kenner. Which I don't know. Oh, Bionic Woman. Bionic Woman Classroom. Wonder Woman. Charlie's Angels? 14, 15. Oh, Farrah Fawcett. Okay, that's Farrah Fawcett. I guess the hair should have been a giveaway. That's some big hair. That's Charlie's Angels. Okay, yeah. Charlie's Angels. Cher. Yeah, those are all Cher. Wow. Guess kids want their Cher doll. Okay, this is just a farm set. And then these are just like baby dolls that we got here. Yep, more baby dolls. More baby dolls. Bathtub ones. Oh wow, that one has like a little whole thing. I mean, they're all basically like the same thing, for the most part, I feel like. Doll wardrobe sets. I don't like this one's face. That one's... The eyes are too far apart. Hardwood doll-sized furniture. Wow. Little fake crib and high chairs for them. Wow, and fake, yeah, carriages and strollers. Oh god, the old ventriloquist dummies are really unsettling to me. Is that Howdy Doody? Yeah, it is Howdy Doody. That one looks almost like straight up like Tim Curry It right here. It's Bozo the Clown. Okay, I've heard of Bozo. Oh, Dynamite. JJ Long and Lanky Kid. Dynamite. Flexible cloth body, molded hair. Red, white printed with expression Dynamite. Wow. Yeah, I know that's from a... Yeah, Dynamite. That's also from JJ. Reduced from our 1976 Christmas book, so they're reselling it. They're doing it again. I don't know the name of that show that's from, but I've heard that saying before. The Dynamite saying. Oh wow, whole old-fashioned charm. Old-fashioned little kits, old radio, old little like kitchen. Oh wow, look how yellow everything is. Yellow, and there's like wood panel you can see in like the microwave and the stove and everything. This one too. I think I think of these ones, I like this one more because they're all like separate. They're not all like forced to be together. However, this. Wait, I just realized this one has a sink on top of the oven. Why does this one? Why is the sink on top of the? Or is that a dishwasher? Is that a dishwasher? See-through window, dish basket inside. Okay, I think it's a dishwasher. I think that's supposed to be a dishwasher. I just realized, yeah. That explains why there's a sink. I thought it was a sink, like, in the oven. Which honestly would not make any sense at all. Yeah, the yellow seems to be the main color of, like, all this stuff. All the cabinets and everything, and the fridges and the sinks. Yellow with the wood paneling. Oh, these are, like, miniature ones. Tiny ones. Oh, no, that's an actual oven. Funtime oven with Pillsbury cake mix. Okay, so this is like their version of like the Easy Bake Oven. Yeah, where you can cook little things. Yeah, and it's all Pillsbury stuff. Let's see. Oh, wow. This one... A few things going on here. This one... Her face is very long. That's Cher. Yeah, Cher Beauty Center. So I guess you can just put makeup and like do her hair and stuff. Styles easily without wetting setting. Okay. Got the little like old like or little like kid little vending machines. Okay, so ballerina outfit. Oh, Spider-Man utility belt with like the web slingers and stuff. I feel like Spider-Man doesn't have a utility belt most of the time. At least not the ones that I've seen. King Kong. King Kong for some reason is like really. I feel like is really big in the 70s. Who is that? It's a woman? 4. Oh, Bionic Woman. Okay, Bionic Woman seems to be a thing around here. What's number 5? $6 Million Man. Okay, that makes sense. Again, they're showing Superman with a mask again. Superman doesn't wear a mask. That's crazy that they're showing him with like... This is the second time we've seen him portray with a mask. Okay, child's first sewing machine, weaving kit. Now we got little doll houses. Blend a drink, boil an egg, and toast bread. Step on the foot pump to activate friction-powered motor. Blender begins reel spin action. Water will bubble in pan like it's really boiling. Okay, so it's just an air pump, basically. It doesn't actually cook. I thought for a second that it like, actually cooked. Okay, here we go. We got Sesame Street. Was there Sesame Street stuff in the 1966 one? Because I think... Oh, wait, no. Sesame Street wasn't around yet. Sesame Street was later in the 60s, I think? Yeah. It was either like late 60s or early 70s with Sesame Street, so it wouldn't have been in the 1971 or 1966 one that we looked at the other day. Oh yeah, you got Kermit, you got Fozzie, Grover, Oscar, Cookie Monster, Snuffy, and Big Bird, Bert and Ernie. And we got more. Wait, that's Benji. Benji and Tiffany. I didn't know Benji had a girlfriend. Huh. Marching Mickey Mouse. Wait, what? It walks? Mickey struts along with you when you squeeze his hand. 19-inch high mouse with strong vinyl body covering. Is it like an air thing? Like you squeeze the hand and like air goes into the legs and so it walks? That's kind of terrifying looking, actually. So we got Wile E. Coyote, Pink Panther, Tweety and Sylvester, King Kong, Woody Woodpecker, and Bugs. Whoa, wait, are those roll? Do those roll around? Yeah, it's a ride-on. That's sick. Oh, that's Curious George. For some, with the hat, I was about to say Diddy Kong, but then I realized Diddy Kong is not a thing yet. Donkey Kong, I think, is a thing by this point, but I don't know if Diddy Kong is. I don't think so. Oh, wow, yeah, look at all these other ones. You got dogs. I was about to say, is that Lassie? And it is Lassie. Bogart Jr., Dynamite Hound. Artie the Aardvark. Huh. The creepy chimp monkeys. And then we're getting into, yeah, like crib and baby stuff. Again, a lot of Winnie the Pooh. And still, again, no real love for Piglet. That's Winnie the Pooh. He's not on this. He's not on that. I don't think I see him at all. I don't see Piglet anywhere. I guess kids in the 70s just did not like Piglet. Some bath toys, some pool toys, a dog, Oscar, Winnie the Pooh. Is that Grimace? I just realized that's... Is that Grimace? Wait. More Winnie the Pooh. Barba Papa. He's soft, cuddly, and when you give him a squeeze, he makes squeaking sounds. We also get a storybook describing one of Barba Papa's latest adventures. That looks like Grimace. It's like a pink Grimace. And that looks like something that was maybe like popular in Europe that they tried to make happen in America. I don't know what it is about it. It just gives off that vibe. Okay, so we got more toys that carry a tune. So these are all like music playing things. Walkie-talkie, camera. Toys talk to toys that talk back to you. CB radio, phones. Oh, we got like a fireman's outfit. Fake register. Oh, and a Winnie the Pooh like sound wheel. I forget what these are called, but yeah. See and say. Answer me phone demands your attention. Rings until you pick up receiver to hear one of 6 messages. Talking phone and friends talk to you. Pick a picture, push the magic numbers, lift the receiver, and listen. So yeah, so you can't talk back. They don't talk back to you, but you can hear them. Also, the fake chainsaw is crazy. Let's see, we got some classic blocks. More blocks. Activity toys. So like, okay, yeah, sports toys. A T-ball set, little tiny basketball. Train sets. Tumbling tower ladder. I just thought about this. I don't think there was like barely any like electronics in this one. There was like the thing that you hook up to there's the stuff that you hook up to your TV, like um the video game stuff, but there were no actual TVs yet that I saw for sale, unless they're at like the very end here. But normally when you get to toys, like the whole last section of this thing is going to be toys. Small mall. Wow, yeah, malls were just becoming a thing, I feel like, during this time. They weren't as popular as they are now. Or they were like in the 80s. Not now. They're not popular now. The malls are having the opposite problem today. That they're no longer popular. Uh Zoodleland. Raggedy Ann. I like the Magic Kingdom one. Oh, it's based yeah, Disney Magic Kingdom. Winnie the Pooh Treehouse. Awesome Tree Tots from Kenner. They must not have caught on because I've never heard of them. And we got Train. Zoodle Land. Oh yeah, and a little tunnel. Fake doctor kit. Big driver dashboard. Was that a fake like camping? Little camper wilderness set, yeah. Oh, it's his stomach. I thought that was his mouth for a second. I was so concerned. I thought that was his mouth, but I realized, oh, he's a penguin. It's his stomach. You know, little ride-on toys. Yeah, little like wagon stuff. Oh wow, yeah, crane. That's actually pretty sick. Yeah, bouncy, like jumping, like bouncy balls. I had one of these when I was a kid, and it was Tigger themed. I remember specifically because Tigger's always bouncing, and Tigger was also my favorite character in Winnie the Pooh. Oh yeah, and a horse, the rocking horse. I also had one that was when I was a kid, like similar to this, like this style. I remember. Wow, yeah, and these little slides and everything. And a kid's activity table. Ooh, and a toy chest, a football toy chest, a Winnie the Pooh honey pot toy chest. That actually looks pretty cool. These desks are just kind of bland and boring. I wouldn't want that. Same with these ones. Got that metal like rim edge and probably super uncomfortable chairs with no like proper backing. But hey, you're a kid. You don't care. Ooh, that one's cool. This one looks nice. $34. You got more beanbag chairs. Wow, yeah, that type of beanbag chair. Supermarket. We'll play supermarket. Oh, that little barn, that like playhouse, that's sick. That's cool. I would have loved that. Toy typewriters. Wow, Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny was like, I don't think I remember seeing this much Bugs Bunny stuff in the 60s. So Bugs Bunny must have made a comeback in like the 70s. Well, all the Bugs Bunny themed stuff. The Darkwood desk. Just a square box. And then we got like chalkboards, play sets, activity desks. Oh, is that a Light Bright? Yep, Light Bright. Yeah, because I think didn't Light Bright start in the 60s? Yeah, because I had a Light Bright when I was a kid, and I had a really like the cool Light Bright that was like a special one where it was like a cube, and it was four-sided, so you can make things on like all four like different sides. It's pretty sick, and it came with drawers underneath the like little like stencil parts, so you could like store all the pins in there, and not in a separate tub. And Crayola. Yeah, these are all like art kits, drawing kits, paint kits, squeeze and roll. Honey pot. Oh, it's Play-Doh. Okay. So you just make like long, different like colored strands of Play-Doh. I don't think we saw Play-Doh in the 1966 one. I don't know when Play-Doh was invented, but I don't think it was around in the 1966 one. Hold on, let me look at that. Okay, Play-Doh. Invention date. Oh no, it was actually... Okay, no, it actually goes back to the 50s. Okay, so maybe not. I was wrong. I guess we just did, for whatever reason, they just didn't have it or show it back then. Oh, wow. Okay, so apparently Play-Doh was first manufactured in Cincinnati, Ohio as a wallpaper cleaner. Play-Doh was then reworked and remarketed to schools in the mid-1950s. Wow, okay, so it was originally a wallpaper cleaner. That's interesting. Huh. Oh, wow, Mickey Mouse pencil sharp Etch-a-Sketch. There we go. Yeah, more Play-Doh. I think we just maybe missed it in the last one because I don't remember seeing Play-Doh. What is what is that? 2 ways to see the story while you listen to moving pictures 2-speed phono viewer? What is that thing? Play your favorite 45, 35 RPM records. Put a record on, slip in a picture disc, and focus. Picture moves continuously, keyed to the record. Volume and speed controls includes Nick and Knack Paddywhack, 7-inch record and disc set. Motion picture disc sets. Three Little Fishes, Yankee Doodle Dandy, Mary Had a Little Lamb, Mickey Mouse, Deputy Dog, Captain Kangaroo. Huh, so it's like it projects. So there's a disc inside that also projects the story. But it's probably just like a loop that like barely goes with the music. Kids calculators, memory games. Again, more Bugs Bunny stuff. Yeah, Bugs Bunny must have had a bit of a like a resurgence. Viewmaster, of course. Whoa, look at that one. That's funky looking. That looks more like Space Age looking than like 70s. That looks more like something from, yeah, like the 50s or 60s. Cool looking though. That's like a whole screen and not just like the little tiny like viewfinder. Yeah, all the different Viewmasters. VR of the you know, the mid 20th century. Wow, and a two-way wait. Winnie the Pooh movie theater. Oh, it works. Snap in a cartridge, select a viewing on projecting operation, and then turn the crank. Fast, slow, forward, reverse action, focus wheel. Runs on long life flash light bulb. So how is it? Is it like actually like an animation? I mean, it can't be that good of a quality, right? It can't be that good of quality. Oh, here we go. Are these? No, these are not Legos. They're knockoff Legos. Bricks blocks. Wow. Yeah, these are not, they're knockoff Legos. We saw Legos in the 1966 one we looked at last time. There were Legos in that one. We'll see if there's possibly some in here, but yeah, these are like knockoff Legos. Like the thing that like, you know, you're... Oh, and this one, yeah, look, they had a motor for like wheeled stuff. Yeah, these are also bricks blocks. And then erector sets. Let's see. Okay, yeah, there's still some more. Got Tinker Toys. Strap it together. More erector set stuff. So erector sets were still going in the 70s. Yeah, fake Legos, exactly. I've never heard of... What is it? Bricks blocks? Hold on. I want to Google that real quick. I want to Google that real quick and see how long they lasted. Bricks blocks. So it was a Sears product. So this was like Sears version of Legos. Huh. So it was not, it was like their competition for Legos. I mean, I don't think it lasted that long because I've never heard of it. Okay, and you got classic Lincoln logs, more Erector sets, style stuff. Another can display for all the Gotta start them young. That they show them that collecting cans is cool. Pottery wheel, early Potter set. Oh, crystals. So like, oh, these are like jewelries, a rock tumbler. Yep. I had a rock tumbler when I was a kid, but I never used it. I never used it because I saw like how long it was gonna take to like do like tumble the rocks and everything, and I was like, oh no, I don't want to wait like several like days or weeks or however long it was. And so I never did it. Wow, these okay. Then we got some model kits. Dang, that's a crazy one. Full-on boat. What are those? Those look like Transformers, but they're not. Shogun warriors. Fires battle axe and missiles. Armed with sword and dagger. With first strike bow and arrows. They look like Power Ranger, like Megazords, kind of. I mean, they're called Shogun Warriors, so maybe they are like something from like Japan at the time that they just rebranded in America. And we got leather craft kits. This was like all the craft stuff. Yeah. Magic foam cutter. Tote bag. Painting. Oh, like a paintable like tote bag. Wood painter. Felt painter. Classic paint. Yeah, cast paint set. So basically like miniature painting like today. Muppets paint and wear. Wow, so yeah, I guess you paint your own shirts. Crochet. Yeah, crochet stuff. Knitting. Okay, and we're getting into the kind of more sciencey stuff. We got chemistry sets? Yep, we got chemistry sets. Do they still give you uranium? Or radium, like the other ones did that we found in the other ones? Biology kits, weather reporter, student chemistry lab, 15 chemicals in break-resistant bottles. Eyedropper, litmus paper, steel cabinet. Doesn't say what is in it. 19 chemicals in break-resistant bottles. Sulfide test paper. What crazy war crime concoctions can you cook up with this thing, I wonder? Cover fingerprints and grow plants. Gas 28 chemicals, and 2 kinds of water purification chemicals in break-resistant bottles. Chromatography paper, metal tripod, eyedropper. Huh. I wonder, like, how many kids just, like, bought one of these chemistry sets and then just, like, immediately, as soon as they, like, got it, just, like, combined all the chemicals into a into one container just to see what happened. And I'm sure it turned out well if they tried that. On these item 2 pages, only $1.99 each. Okay, so that seems to be like the cheapest thing. I don't think I saw anything for under $1 in this one. I think everything is. We've gotten to that point where like everything is at least $1 when it comes to these types of products. Frisbee, foam basketball. Peanuts dolls, little robot guy. Yeah. Oh, a little Rock'em Sock'em Robot guy, ponchos, an umbrella. Mr. Potato Head, look at him. It's the plastic Mr. Potato Head. It's not the potato head where you actually had to use a actual potato back in the day. Gumball vending machine. I mean, Mr. Potato Head for $2, that's pretty good, I feel like. That's a pretty good deal. More games. These are mostly like board games. Yeah, the classic ones, Yahtzee, Chinese checkers, Bermuda Triangle. Haven't heard of that one. Bingo. Trouble. Yep. My mom has like a version of Trouble. It looks similar to this. That's from like the late 60s, early 70s. It looks very similar to this style. And it still works, still has all the pieces and everything. I've heard of Boggle. Oh, and okay, and oh, these are all the games based on like the TV shows and movies. I wonder how terrible a lot of these are. Welcome Back, Cotter. King Kong game, $6 Million Man, Bionic Woman, Superhero game, Bigfoot game. I want to play the Bigfoot one. Charlie's Angels, Happy Days, The Muppet Show, Benji, Pink Panther, Breaker 19. Huh. Sector. Track and fire on a hidden and moving computer-controlled submarine. Use range data from computer to program ship speed and direction. Oh, is it like teaching you math secretly? Computer games. $33. So it's like over $100. Or like well, it's over. It's about like two or 150, $200. Digital display shows status of game. Durable plastic with nautical chart printed on game board. Sophisticated microcomputer stores computers and display speeds, direction and location information about your ship. Also controls hidden subs, movement and range information. So wait, so do the subs like move like with magnets on their own? That's actually pretty cool. Triple up, skill game, turn on. The all-family action game. Cards require players to touch each other to complete a circuit. Buzzer sounds when you score points against timer. Look at that. That's okay. That I don't know if that's a all-family game. I mean, look at that guy right there. He knows what he knows what this is. He knows what this means. He's not fooling anybody. This is like, like when adults play Twister, Strategy games, you got Battleship and stuff like that. Coleco. Shoot and score electronic arcade. Wow. Look at that. Some of these have like, the balls and stuff. That's pretty sick. How much is that? $44? A little over $200 in today's money. That's pretty cool. Then we got more like mini pinball machines. Oh, that was a bigger one. The Fawns. Yep. So it's Happy Days themed pinball specifically. Actually, it's not even Happy Days. It's just the Fawns. Just for one character of that show. Shows, I guess, how popular he was at the time. And then we got all these like ice hockey, football, baseball boards, football games. Oh, look, it's a little robot guy. Rock'em Sock Clash of. Okay, it's not Rock'em Sock'em Robots. It's Clash of the Cosmic Robots, which is basically it's Rock'em Sock'em Robots, just with more of a like sci-fi theme. Jaws. This is after the movie Jaws. Try to remove objects from Jaws without making it snap shut. Each player uses a gaff hook to fish out objects. If wrong piece is removed, Jaws will snap shut. So it's like Operation, but with a shark. And then above that, you have the actual Operation. And then Magic kits. Oh, wait, is that Pop Goes or Perfection? Yeah, Perfection. I remember. God, I had this game. It was fun, but also like anxiety-inducing. I liked it, but God, was it stressful. Now we got a Magic 8 Ball, Mr. Potato Head, Mousetrap, Candyland, other classics, Sesame Street games. Oh, and we got kid instruments. Yep. Kids drum set, which I'm sure all the parents loved when they got it for their kids. Donnie and Marie. I've heard that name before, but I don't know. I've probably heard their music, but I guess it's a karaoke set with them. Benji. Let's see, yeah, musical. So it's a record player with a microphone. Tiny keyboards and pianos. Yeah, miniature piano. That looks like the one from Peanuts. From Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown, that the one kid is always playing. And then, yeah, then we got wagons and other... Oh, whoa, look at the... Look at the 18-wheeler. That's sick. Pedal cars. Guitars. Not much else in terms of instruments. I feel like there were more in the 1966 one. Oh, hell yeah. Look at that. Batmobile. And like a bat tricycle. Oh, that's a big wheel. A Batman big wheel. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool right there. More big wheels. Yeah. More kind of like big wheels. Smaller bikes and like practice bikes and tricycles. Oop. Unicycle. And it comes with sticks so that you can practice. I think we saw like something like that in the 1966 one. Bataway pitching practice. And then punching bags. Oh, and with gloves too, so you can punch Batman, King Kong. Who is that? 17? Welcome Back, Kotter. I have no idea what that is. It looks like it's a TV show. Snoopy and Monster Squad, so it's like Frankenstein. Why would you want to punch Snoopy? That just seems mean. He's just a little dog. Okay, and then a kid's woodworking set. I did notice that, like, I mean, there could still be here. There could be more. There could be more, like, wood-burning kits and stuff like that. I didn't notice anything like that in, like, the artsy kind of site. It was mostly, like, crochet, knitting, painting, pottery, you know, stuff like that. No, like, wood-burning, no, like, metalworking. Nothing like that in this one. Little, probably terrible metal detector. I had a metal detector when I was a kid, and it was terrible. It, like, did not work at all. Oh, yeah. Fender ball game set. Soccer boppers. Yeah, I remember the commercials for these. More fun than a pillow fight. Yeah, that they kept the same, like 30, like, or 25 years later, they kept the same logo or the same saying, like same catchphrase. I remember the commercial saying that. And you got silly swords, which I guess, you know, before lightsabers. Pogo stick, stilts. Probably broke a lot of ankles. Okay, now we got action figure sets. Cowboys and Indians, Cops and Robbers, the Fonz, of course. Defend the universe from alien attacks with 50-piece Beyond Tomorrow lunar space station. Wow. Also, no GI... Wait, hold on. We can still see it here. No G.I. Joes. Barely any war stuff. Compared to the 1966 one. The 1966 one had like G.I. Joes a ton. And that could be, you know, because that was early on in the Vietnam War that, you know, wasn't, you know, it was more common, like they wanted to kind of promote more like military stuff. This one, I haven't seen like any military stuff at all. Because I mean, the Vietnam War is over at this point. They probably, you know, it still had like kind of a negative stigma around it. So they didn't want to talk about it. Oh, wow. That Lone Ranger, Micronauts. Those are crazy looking. What are these? They look like something from Japan. Micronaut, Space Glider, the good guy, fully posable. Acro Year, the bad guy. Wow. These most extraordinary futuristic figures and vehicles all have interchangeable parts. There's no end to the number of ways you can assemble. Huh. Wow. I guess, this is before Transformers, so I guess that makes sense that would be in here. Big Jim's Pack, Robber Kits, Super Joe Adventures, not G.I. Joe, Flash Gordon, Super Joe. Is Super Joe like G.I. Joe, but like futuristic? Super Joe seems like, you know, like a futuristic, like G.I. Joe. $6 Million Man. That was, yeah, $6 Million Man and Bionic Woman. Stretch Armstrong, look at that. Classic Stretch Armstrong. I feel like also at this point, like, I don't remember the 1966 one having this many, like, action figure-y kind of, well, except G.I. Joes, I guess. Actually, no, never mind. Scratch that thought. There's a lot of G.I. Joe stuff. So there was action figure stuff in the 1966 one. Then we got, you know, rescue stuff, some more $6 Million Man stuff. Tonka, yep. And there was Tonka stuff in the 1966 one, too. Matchbox. Mr. Machine! Oh my god. Okay. Mr. Machine. Okay. There's a little bit of a story here. Mr. Machine was a toy invented by somebody that we researched on one of our patent genealogy streams. We were researching. I remember it. It was the gun pen, where it would look like a revolver, but it was actually a pen. The same guy who invented that also invented Mr. Machine. He was like the more like famous. He was like Mr. Machine was like the first thing that he invented that got like really popular. And his company went on to invent things like Operation, Light Bright, you know, like other stuff too. I think 1977, I don't think he's alive anymore, or by this point. I think he died in like the late 60s, but I didn't know they were making Mr. Machine this late. Because Mr. Machine was invented in the 50s. Wow. That's cool. Okay, now we're starting to get remote control cars. Nerf rocket sets. More Tonka stuff. Airplane sets, Matchbox stuff. Oh yeah, this is all Matchbox. Matchbox play sets. Very nice ones. Yeah, all Matchbox. No Hot Wheels yet. I don't know when Hot Wheels come onto the scene. And then, yeah, some more kind of play sets and everything. Whoa, Crazy Buggy. Look at that. He, like, goes up and down all those... Oh, because he has, like, little pin things right there. That's pretty cool. And Crazy Loco for the train version. Custom van with working headlights equipped with mystery action to turn away from obstacles. Working headlights keep you going day and night. Huh. So it's not, so it actually turns itself. Whoa. Okay, yeah. Remote control like helicopters, but they're still like attached, and airplanes. Evil Knievel. Yep. This is the era of Evil Knievel. Look at all the Evil Knievel stuff. Yeah, all the jump sets. All that stuff. Look at that. Smash Up. Wow, yeah. Crash. Oh, Hot Wheels. Okay, Hot Wheels are around. Look at that. Okay, Hot Wheels are around by 1977. But it seems like Matchbox was probably still like the big thing. Yeah, and they had the sets and everything, like the tracks. Slot cars. Yeah, Hot Wheels. Okay, Hot Wheels are around. Turbo Blast race car set. Yeah, so like they have like little motors with the wheels that like launch them. Slot cars. More slot cars. Train sets. Yep. Lionel. Yep. Lionel is the classic train set right there. More train stuff. Never really got into trains. Like I have friends who are like into trains and everything, but I personally never really. I think you have to be more like a mechanical kind of person. Oh look. Oh wait, look at this. 99 cents. 95 cents when you buy 3. Okay, so this is the only stuff I think I've seen on here that's like less than $1. Oh, I remember these. Not from the 70s, but like I remember we had these at like PE in school. Silly Putty, Silly Straws, Slinky, Barrel Monkeys, Batman Walkie-Talkies, Finger Puppets, Rescue Copter. Okay, Jam-Pack Cars, Kaleidoscope, Super Ball, Puppy Top, Electric Razor, Harmonica, Mickey Mouse Crayon Box. Okay, if I was a kid, oh, what would I get? If I could get 3 of these. If I get 3 of these, I would probably get the copter, the Super Ball, because I loved bouncy balls when I was a kid. The copter, the Super Ball, and probably the Batman walkie-talkies. Yeah, probably the Batman walkie-talkies, or the little still. No, probably the Batman walkie-talkies. Oh wow, yeah, remote control plane. Wow, $129. Listen to trucker CB lingo or exchange messages between base station and walkie-talkie. Wow, an actual like. Oh, and it has a watch. Wrist scanner searches all 40 channels to bring the action in. Brings in strongest near signal, bypasses empty channels. Look at that. Wow. AM radio big ear headphones. Jesus, those are ridiculous looking. It's like oh shoot, what, Ear Boy from All That back in the day. That's what that reminds me of. It's Ear Boy. And then like World of Electronics. Wow, electronic set. AM radio receiver. Yeah, trucking seems to be like a big thing I'm noticing during this time. Like a lot of like trucking themed stuff. Ooh, space stations. It's basically the trucking one, but just like rethemed to space. And then received messages. Wow. More walkie-talkies. Bugs Bunny. Lights Alive. You can draw or trace it to put it on Lights Alive. So it's just a light box that you can draw on, basically. Oh, these are radios. Whoa. Canned music AM radios. Wow. Novelty radios. Car radios. Fruit radios. The stuffed animal radio. The toilet... the toilet paper radio? That is crazy. Restroom radio. That is so funny. Camera radio. It looks like a camera, but it's actually a radio. I mean, that's just a miniature component radio. Watch radio. AM wrist radio. It's probably terrible quality. Old phones. Headphones. Headphone radio. So you don't even need... You can just beam it straight into your ears. I love the restroom one. That might be one of my favorite things we've seen today. That's so funny. All right, and then more radios. I feel like these are less like, I mean, those previous ones were like kid orientated, but I feel like these ones are less so. Wow, the helmet radios are interesting. More NFL stuff. Yeah, cassettes are starting to become popular. Okay, now we're definitely in the kids, still in the kids stuff. With these are like tiny little, like, you know, record players. Okay, now these are the adult ones. $49, $78. Yeah, with some of them have speakers. 8-track tape player. Okay. Yeah, so this is when tapes are starting to become a thing. Oh, wow. Cassette player and... Ooh, yeah, look at that. $247. Still not... So the ping pong... Or not the ping pong. The pinball table is still the most expensive thing we've seen. Radios, walkie-talkies, headphones. This is when headphones like this were just starting to become a thing. Stand, record changer, radio with the cassette player with the speakers. Everything has wood paneling. It's crazy how much wood paneling is on everything. Oh, wow. 8-track player. Cassette storage. Yeah, look at all the cassette storage stuff. Cassette player and recorders. Not as expensive as I thought they would be. $89 for radio and tape player. Clock radios. Again, not as expensive as I thought. $100 roughly in today's money. I honestly thought they were going to be more. I mean, some of these are more. Like this one's over like $250. Oh, here we go. More actual instruments. Interesting that these are near the back. I guess they put them with the music stuff. So yeah, so electric guitars, banjo. Yeah, this is in the rock and roll era. How much is one of these? $100, so like about $500 in today's money. And then actual like pianos, organs, drum sets, harpsichord. Four-channel Citizen Bands radios. Whoa, look at that! Telephone headset design mobile CB. Okay, so it's still a CB radio. It's not a cell phone, technically, because yeah, I don't think cell phones were really a thing yet during this era. Yeah. Cell phones were not a thing yet, so it's still just a CB radio. Black and white, 5-inch black and white TV with built-in AM, FM radio. That's such a small screen. That's probably that's probably about the size of your phone today. Okay, now we're getting into the televisions. I guess they saved them for like the end. And they're still selling black and white TVs in 77. I thought by then they would have been like kind of phased out. Yeah, I thought by this point, I mean, they're cheap, I guess. Kind of. 429 bucks, full card. Oh, with a remote. Look at that, with wireless remote control and electronic sensor touch tuning. Look at that. We got a remote. That's high. That's fancy for back then. $429. $266 for the color TV. $369. Oh wow, and they're trash compactors. Oh wait, hold on. I just realized I forgot to set the loop thing for the music. But don't worry, we're almost done here. We're getting close to the end. We're getting close to the end. Wow, yeah, microwaves. And more microwave oven. Cut $100. Almost like a quarter of the price. Almost a third of the price. Wow. Look how huge that thing is. 269 bucks. That's, hold on. I'm curious. What is that in today's? 269 bucks. $1,400 for a microwave. That just shows how like fancy and like high tech they were at the time. Because like, God, a modern microwave, you can get a good microwave for like less than 100 bucks in today's money. Especially if you get one used. You can definitely get one under 100 bucks. Oh, that's it. That was the last page. So not as many with like, not as much electronic stuff as I was expecting. This is a portable dishwasher. Why does it need to be portable? I feel like I've never seen like a dishwasher that like, I thought like, oh, I wish I could move this. I don't think portable is really something I've thought about really with this. But I think we're going to call it there. That's the end of this one. We were able to go a little later tonight because, like I said, I don't have to work tomorrow, so I don't have to worry about... I don't have to worry about going into work and staying up late, being tired. I think, okay, I personally really liked... Let's see, what was like my favorite thing? I mean, I love the Atari ads in the front. Were really cool. It was just cool to see that, you know? To see the Atari stuff. I really liked the Batmobile pedal car. What else? Oh, the pinball machine. That was also really cool. I don't know where that is in here because it's probably buried somewhere. But the pinball machine was also really cool, but it was super expensive. All right. So I think with that, let's go ahead and let's head on back to the office. All right. So yeah, so that's going to do it for today's stream, folks. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hope you had a great time traveling through 1977. I was shocked. No Star Wars at all. I'm guessing that maybe because it was, you know, a summer hit, that like maybe they didn't have time to like put in all the Star Wars toys. Like I guarantee you if we looked at the 1978 one or 1979 one, there would probably be tons of Star Wars stuff in them. Probably. But yeah, so that's going to do it for today. If you're new here, I am not a professor, but you can call me Nap. I do streams like this normally every Wednesday and Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but because of some stuff that came up, I couldn't stream yesterday, so I decided to stream today instead. Also, I might stream, I make no promises. depending on just how my day goes tomorrow and Saturday, but I might stream one of those 2 days, and if I do, it'll be some 2 Point Museum. But yeah, so let's see. What else? I think that's kind of it. Let's go ahead and let's try to find somebody to raid. Let's see, who is live right now? Oh, that's right. I forgot the Game Awards are tonight and going on right now. Wow, everybody's watching the Game Awards. I wonder what's going on with that. I wonder what's winning. All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna raid because I normally don't get to raid him because he's normally not. We're normally not live at the same time. And I don't stream this late. We're gonna raid Almontis. Unlike me, he actually was a professor. And he actually does some really cool, like, just chatting streams and art streams. He's an amazing calligrapher and talks about, like, really cool, interesting topics while he's doing all of his stuff. So I highly recommend him. And we're gonna go ahead and raid him. He just started his stream. All right. So yeah, that's gonna do it for today, folks. Let me go ahead and put in a raid message. That's for subscribers. And then this one for followers. I really need to do the command thing that I've seen some streamers do, where they have like a special command where they can put in the, like, automatically puts in the, like, raid message in the chat. But yeah, good night, Onion. Thank you so much for being here. And we are going to be going ahead and raiding Almontis. So yeah, hope you can. Oh, what are you doing here? What are you? You're spoiling the raid. You're not listening to me right now, are you? God dang it. All right, see you guys later.